Hello, everyone. Welcome to an exciting Wednesday night, a conclusion to a cliffhanger I left more than one person mad that I created. I'll be your dungeon master, David, for the night. This is Legends of Logomancy, the Frontier Adventures. But you're not here to listen to me talk. You're here to listen to the five wonderful folks below me talk. So, Brian, how was your week?
Week has been nice. Work has been steady. Met with the biz partners today. Went over a bunch of design elements, colors, stuff like that. Got a logo made up. Lots of cool things happening there. But yeah, really, honestly, I've just been counting down the days until today. So without further ado, I'm done.
And Geek, how was your week?
We can't hear you, hun.
Geek has a new mic.
No.
Still no. It was. Wasn't it on the front before?
I thought it was on the front, hun.
I swear to God, I'm going to throw this mic. There's a button in the front. I cannot even wave my hand around it or it mutes myself. So I have to be careful. If there's a red light that goes on, I should know about it. Anyway, my old
mic
really
was funny if you muted yourself in that.
My week has been fantastic. I am on what a lot of people who do cosplay call the con crunch. I was pretty much bet that I can't make a full suit of armor in 3 weeks. So I am making a full suit of armor to wear for con. And that's what I've been working on. And other than that, nothing else really going on. I've been getting ready for our next roll for beer and everything. So yeah, that's me. And I'm very excited about this episode. And I'm also very terrified about what the DM is planning.
And Neon, how was your week?
Yeah. Oh, it's been great. I've been sitting down with myself lately, really fleshing out more of Sophia's character, specifically asking how likely I am to shoot a child. No, just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not going to shoot a child. It's just a funny little joke to make. But no, the week has been good. I got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I've been playing the hell out of it because it is a blast, and the story is very interesting, and I'm having a good time. I'm also brushing up the good old resume and the cover letter, having a good time with that, realizing that I'm better at professional speak than I thought I was. And I also am in the midst of recording some auditions as well. So I'm maybe, if everything goes well, you'll hear me in some voice acting projects on the side.
I'm very excited.
But extremely busy, but we're working. We're getting there. Good. Busy is good until it's too much.
And of course, the ever lovely Pixie. How are you?
Same as always. Work. But it's maybe a little less overwhelming than it has been lately. I don't know. It changes from day to day. God, I feel like that's every week now. I'm just like, yeah, I spend all my time on work. It's very uninteresting. Actually, the one cool thing that happened is as of this week, because I do a monthly sticker club where people set up a subscription, and every month they get like at least one D&D themed sticker, some little extras, that type. I mean, not specifically D&D, but like fantasy TTRPG related. And a store in Saskatoon approached me about selling some of my stickers. So I loaded up a couple of each design. You can kind of see them. Like if you look over my shoulder here, all these little pouches, each one of them is a different sticker design.
Cool.
So I packed up a bunch of my extras and sent them off, and I'm excited about that. It's the first time I've actually like physically had them in any kind of store.
Congratulations.
That's gonna be really exciting.
Super hype.
Do you have any like wellness themed stickers maybe? like some cool, like, you're awesome and I love you kind of things.
You know, I've been thinking about doing something like that, but I haven't yet.
Okay.
But because I'm thinking
Don't
because
die
I'm
yet.
thinking of renaming the sticker club, because like right now I just call it like Miss Pixie Riot Sticker Club, whatever. I want to rename it to the Emotional Support Dungeon Master Sticker Club. And so that kind of thing I think would be really very fitting for it. So there could be maybe like a more traditional sticker and then like wellness, happy thoughts, remember to breathe type sticker as well. So
Would love to have those like up near the till at ours.
I
Yeah,
will
say
talk
let's-
about it. I'm totally down for that.
Cool. Let's chat later.
I need stickers.
TPK is press relief.
It is for me, that's for sure. And last but not least, Teagan, how's your week been?
My week's actually been really good. Yesterday, I got a call back and did a phone screening for a job. And funny enough, the person I talked to is a teacher at my high school while I was there. And then today, I'm part of this program with Goodwill, and CTV is doing little segments on Goodwill, so I got to do like a little interview. So it was really
Cool.
fun.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So it's going to be next week that it comes out. I'm excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats. You're going to be on the news or on
Yeah,
online?
on the morning news
Cool.
segment.
I was in the news once.
For
Let's
crime.
not ask why.
Neil killed a
Nah, I was just walking through the background.
My week was great.
I was gonna say, how was your week?
Yeah,
I've taken, I've had this opportunity to relax. I've taken some time to, get in touch with my inner writing side. Watching all of you squirm a little bit in our Discord chat has been quite enjoyable. Makes me feel whole as a dungeon master. And then, of course,
Wait, y'all
Find
are
out where you
squirming?
live. I swear to
Yeah.
God, I will ask people where you live, and we'll all roll up.
Hey,
What?
hey, Geek, I know. I know where
we're
you
rolling
live.
up on their house.
Yes.
We'll
No, we're
steal
not.
their puppy.
No, we're not. Ben will love me too much, and I will simply cease any
and
violent
then Maisie will
actions.
just cover you in kisses. That's her current game plan.
So then we
Yeah,
steal
I
their
also-
puppies.
I've
definitely
made-
not go to David's place.
I've made a promise not to commit too many crimes in front of David's child.
Well, just make sure they're not there when you
That's
do it.
reserved for one of my stolen brothers, or I guess brothers who stole
What?
me. It's a story for another day,
Yeah,
but just to quote one of the best personality cores in all of Portal, 1 in 3 children will be abducted by the Dutch, and I am one of those 3. 1 in 3. And with that said, and
Can
people
I add
with
one
lots
little-
of yeah, go ahead, go add away.
Two nights ago, Queens of the Stone Age concert. It was just fucking awesome. That's all.
Mm.
It was awesome.
They
It
had-
was so good.
They had to cancel last night
What?
in Edmonton because like Josh had been under the weather in Calgary, but apparently last night in Edmonton he was so sick that they had to cancel. And
I
like,
coughed on him. That's awesome. No. I was not that close, I wish.
That's
Well,
my
no,
germs in
we're
his
gonna
lungs.
blame, and we will find them.
I got the fucking antidote, Josh. Come sing for me.
Like after the
Get
struts.
get in the chat if you want Flint to face reprimands for his actions. Repercussions. There we go.
And apparently
I got
there
you,
would be
don't worry.
announcement like
Thanks.
Go ahead.
Am I on a big delay or can you hear me?
Yeah, everyone just
No,
keeps
we
talking
can
over
hear
you.
you.
Go.
Gotcha.
Pretty faintly, though. On my
I was
end.
like,
at
every
least.
time I keep talking, I'm like, maybe they can't hear me. Yeah, they didn't announce till after the struts had already played. Because I guess until the last, I mean, it's Josh Homme, right? He's gonna try till the very last second.
Uh-huh.
And then he was like, no, it's not gonna fucking work. Apparently he's feeling better because they are doing their Saskatoon show. But the struts afterwards just showed up at Soho, like a punk rock bar downtown. And they were like, can we use your stage?
Wow.
So they just like showed up to do a jam session at Soho.
That's dope.
That's actually
Awesome.
really cool. Like, good for them.
I love how, like, even just globally, the entertainment world is just like, fuck Edmonton. Eh.
Fuck
Whatever.
Edmonton.
Nice brewery.
I don't know why.
I mean, as they should.
To see the tour list for the Hives because I want to see them so bad, and they're only playing Toronto, of course.
I got one of the shirts with all their tour dates on the back of it for this tour. So I guess I just got to cross off Edmonton.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cover it up with a sticker that just says
you just
like,
gotta
"Fuck
bleach
them
that one."
kids."
Yeah.
Duct tape just right over it permanently.
Oh.
That's actually pretty that's pretty fucking punk rock, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
But with
Sounds
that
right.
said,
I think I built my dog out of the room
It's
first.
a nice clear message of fuck Edmonton.
Yeah, he's screaming.
as a recovering Edmontonian, last week
Oh yeah.
you had
Last
agreed.
Last week.
What about last week?
You had agreed to play in a poker game with the. My wife's being cute. You'd agreed to play in a poker game.
Tell her to
And
stop.
with that poker game, you had agreed that you were going to win, or at the very least ensure that one of the players at the table did not win. Specifically, the player who was representing the McCoy family. You gathered a little bit of intel, spent some time getting to know the field, and chatting with a local member of the Frontier Adventure Company. You got a little bit fancied up for the night in question and decided to split the party a little bit, with Father Sophia, Belle, and Casper Jordan taking watch in the building next door. Our players inside, that being Colt, Skileta, and Hearts, were milling about, attending to the guests, getting a feel for the energy, when in walked the host of all of this, James McAllister, head of the McAllister family, with Flint's daughter as his adopted granddaughter. And that's where we left things.
Quick thing. I think OBS is like frozen because on stream and on OBS right now it is frozen for me if it isn't for anybody else.
Nope. Yeah.
I can see it fine.
Okay, so
Everything's still
that's
moving.
mine. I'm gonna just refresh my thing. Give me a second.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like sweating, you guys. Like, yeah.
Good. Sweat.
There we go. All
Casper's
right, there we go.
cool and calm, like unaware.
When we'd last left off, he'd introduced himself to the room and had began to mill about with guests that are present there.
Ski's probably with Colt and Hearts, and it's just like, what's the game plan here?
Well, the polite thing to do is to go introduce ourselves, Ski.
No. 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 I called the man an asshole. He probably heard that I called him an asshole.
It's possible, but in settings like these, you still have to pretend like you don't know what others are saying behind your back.
Okay. What about the little girl? Shouldn't we figure out like how she's doing? Like if she's physically okay, mentally okay? Like what's the game plan here? If Flint finds out, if Flint finds out, he's gonna come in here and he's not gonna be happy.
Is Maribel staying with James as they walk around?
No, she's separated herself, and the pair of them are talking to different guests at any given point in time.
Father, you would hear in your head at this point, front door clear.
And Father will reach a little hand out the window and drop a little green stone down to Flint, which means like
I'll
all
just
clear.
catch it and mage hand it back up.
So
Go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Ski's gonna be like, look, they're split up now, so shouldn't one of us try to try to make sure she's okay?
Yeah. Did you and Strudel wanna go talk to her?
He's probably gonna keep an eye on me, especially if he's heard I called him an asshole. Let's be honest. I'm probably not going to be able to get close. But Ski's going to look at Hearts and be like, "You're good with kids."
I still feel like I must be really quiet or something.
You are though.
You are really quiet.
You are really quiet.
Crank your
Interesting.
gain.
Because my gain is at full right now.
Oh, really?
I can hear Pixie fine. I don't know.
I can hear her better now. There was a second where she was really quiet, but I can hear her better now.
Okay. I guess I will just have to keep my lips like on my mic tonight. Anyway, no, I've completely forgotten what I was gonna say.
Ski said, "You're good with kids."
Hearts kind of laughs at that and is like, I mean, good with kids? Where'd you get that impression from?
Well, you're really good to Coyote when she comes by the bar to pickpocket and everything. You make sure she doesn't get caught by the adults.
I mean, that's different. That's like game recognized game, you know? It's like it's not so much having any part in the welfare of a child. However, I was thinking that perhaps if Colt and I were to put in an appearance and I introduced myself, we might be able to attract enough of his attention that you're able to have a word with her.
Yeah, Strudel is known to help with anxiety, everything, and can sense it. Maybe he can sense that there's something wrong with the little girl.
I mean, I think that's worth trying. Strudel's great at that kind of thing.
Strudel is on Ski's head with like a little top hat and a bow.
Oh.
Just like a little top hat and a bow, just like
dapper.
And Ski's going to be like, okay,
Adorable.
I can do that. I can do that. How? I don't want to scare the child.
I mean, you're not scary.
No. Just remember to smile.
Okay.
Just approach this the same way you always do when you're making some friends, you know? Like somebody you want to be your new friend.
I want to be her friend. I want to be her friend. It's Casper's daughter. Okay, I can do this. I can do this.
You got this, Ski.
I got this. Ski's just like, do I got this?
You absolutely got this.
100%.
All right, you guys go. Once I feel like he's distracted, I'll go make contact.
Father, you hear in your head, side door clear.
I drop another green stone.
This time I just used telekinesis to fling it back up.
And I grab it.
This is easy.
We start playing Go
Yeah.
Fish vertically.
Well, got any blue stones?
It's just drop like a regular gray stone. It's a no. Go fish.
I pick a stone up off the ground.
As if to save you the trouble, you are approached by Mr. McAllister. And as he approaches, he kind of gives a little bit of a half bow towards you, Colt, and goes, "Young Mr. Sterling, it's a pleasure to see you here."
Mr. McAllister, pleasure meeting you as well. Good to finally put a face to the name.
Well, it has been a long time since I've had the honor of spending time with your family. If I may borrow Miss McCoy from you for a moment.
Of course.
He extends an arm towards you, Hearts.
Yeah, you know what? Heart's gonna go for the whole thing tonight, so she'll take his offered arm. So you're the God, I can't words tonight. So you're the host of the shindig here that I've been hearing so much about.
Yes, I pride myself on my capacity to throw a good party.
I mean, everybody's turned out tonight. This is definitely a party.
Well, I'm glad that you agreed to take up my offer. Do you prefer Temperance or Hearts?
I mean, ain't nobody but my grandma ever really called me Temperance, so Hearts is probably what we'll stick with. Unless you think I need something a little more formal in a setting like this.
I'm sure the folks around the table will find it quaint and enjoyable. You know, fools and their money and whatnot.
And it does fit the theme of the evening, so I think it's right on point.
Tell me, which of your friends is the one that is asking all of the questions?
Asking all the questions about what?
Come now, Hearts. Let's not play coy.
Like genuinely, my friends ask questions like nonstop.
One of them has been had made an effort to ask about my adopted granddaughter. Is it who I think it is?
This is me and not Hearts. I don't remember anybody actually specifically asking about it.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
So Flint had tried to ask questions, and something had prevented answering the question.
Right. Yes. Absolutely.
No, she doesn't remember. You don't give her the ammunition.
Were you there for that?
She doesn't remember. She doesn't remember.
Was she there for it?
I like to think that Hearts just thinks the entire party is so annoying and just refuses to listen to us more often
She
than
keeps
not.
asking questions about being friends. We got Colt asking questions about literature. We got Sophia asking questions about religion.
I remember there being questions asked about her, but like for Hearts, that was like less than 24 hours ago, I'm pretty sure. And for me and my ADHD, it's a lot longer than that.
Yeah, I figured it was a detail that Hearts would remember for sure.
Yeah.
Because it was very off-putting, watching it take place.
Yes.
I mean, I do recall that. 'Cause most of the other questions are kind of easy to answer, but I mean, this one, I don't know, something happens. Like, I mean, could ask the question, but nobody could really parse it out. Almost like speaking a different language.
It's a simple spell, really, if you know how to cast it properly.
I mean, I'm very curious about that because, to be completely honest, in my line of work, it could come in very handy. So perhaps we could talk about that. I mean, after all this, of course.
Of course, it'd be my pleasure to discuss that with you. I'm aware that my presence and a meeting after this is your payment for playing along, shall we say.
I mean, I do love me a good hand of cards, and I mean, it's not usually as fancy as all this, so who am I to say no?
Well, I'm glad I could give you a good show. I do have a few questions I'd like to answer that you probably have. And now I'm going to deafen everyone else.
Hold on, before you deafen.
Oh no.
I'm gonna drop a little yellow, like something is up stone to Flint. It's not the code red.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you hear that? I don't know if I deafened you too soon.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't hear anything. It freaked me out that I messed up my OBS again. I'm
Sorry.
like,
No. Go ahead. One more time, Neon.
I was gonna say, but just before we deafen, seeing Mr. McAllister interact with Hearts for a prolonged time, I'm gonna drop a little yellow, like something is up stone, but it's not the red, like we need to fucking move stone. It's just the like be ready stone.
You're gonna hear in your head, "Go fish," and then I'm gonna toss it back up.
Well, Colt
Oh shit!
stands beside Ski with, like, gentlemanly with his like arm on her back.
Okay. You won't be able to hear for a minute here.
That's okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's just us.
All right.
And he has cast a modified version of silence. You effectively find yourself in a very silent space of the room. It's just the two of you, for all intents and purposes. You're still surrounded by people. You can still vaguely hear the sounds of like noises outside and everything, but everything's muffled, like it's coming through a wall.
So the way the Get Smart Cone of Silence was supposed to work.
Exactly. 100%. Why did you stop playing? You weren't supposed to do that. Weird. I have a gift for you. A sort of thank you to you specifically. Maybe you can share it with your friends when you have time. You must be wondering why the Hall has taken interest in your group specifically.
I mean, it did come as a little bit of a surprise. Not really the sort of crowd that any of us run with these days.
It is a matter of control. We get access as members of the Hall, and my family as founding members, to bits of information that are separated and distinct from everything else, including full versions of events and prophecies and all kinds of mad ramblings that get passed around. You and your group found a hammer, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, there is a hammer that was discovered.
And let me guess, coming in contact with it is deeply unsettling.
It does give off that kind of feeling, yeah.
How familiar are you with the entity most referred to as Calamity?
I mean, as a concept, I'm quite familiar with it, but as an entity, not quite so much.
That's fair. It's a long-forgotten god for most. Those who tend to worship it tend to be creatures of chaos and confusion, often not actually understanding its purpose. An interesting little old-timey poem that comes with it. 7 nails, from calamity to his brother of circumstance. 7 nails to stop a dying world. First 2 to his feet to stop him from fleeing. 2 to his wrists to stop his hands from clawing. 2 to his throat to stop his flailing. And 1 to his chest, from which magic once more flowed. Many people have heard that part. Any scholar of the divine would probably be able to find that. But it's the interesting part that comes after that. The Hall has made a distinct effort to keep out of watching eyes. A hammer of magic made stone. Only its weight may draw them from the ground. Where sand is made mist, one whose name is their own creation shall bear the weight, and destroy the 7th, and such bring the world to balance. Only then may he rest. Only then will be he free of his sins. Everything dies, even gods. And now I'm going to bring everyone back into the thing.
Yes. Also, if you could, I could not type fast enough, even as fast as I type. If you could DM that to me, that
I'm
would be
100% going to DM that to you, because it's a bit.
So, we were having a little dance party. Luckily, I cut the music right before we came
I
back.
didn't hear any music. I
Oh,
was
that's
just
where the
playing with
music
my figures.
I had to focus my window in just on David because so I started seeing the stones and then the Rubik's Cube, and then I was so I was like, let's just.
I was playing with Yoda.
Nice.
I've sent it to you. And he goes, out of curiosity, which of your friends doesn't use their real name?
Doesn't use their real name? I mean,
Not a nickname. You use a nickname. That's different. I mean, whose name isn't actually their name?
I suppose that ain't something we've really talked about too much amongst ourselves. We just, we've told each other what we're called, and that's that.
Well, something to think about. Something to consider. Prophecies are weird, and they make certain people paranoid. The last piece of advice I will give you, before our card game begins, is that there are certain people that believe change is for the worst, and would rather go backwards. If they think certain actions are in motion that would bring about the end of their grip on things, they would do anything to stop you. I would very much hate to see any harm come to you and your friends.
I mean, I certainly do appreciate your advice, and you've given several things to think about, but for the time being, I'm gonna, put those in a nice little compartment in the back of my brain and let my thoughts be all poker, poker, poker.
He pats you on the hand a couple times, and he goes, well, thank Mr. Colt for hosting this party and being here, and don't let your bunny friend cause too much trouble.
I mean, I'll see what I can do, but Skileta is Skileta.
I understand she prefers to be called Ski by her friends. And he smiles and he walks away.
He ain't my
It's
friend.
motherfucker.
He ain't my friend. If he comes over to me and calls me skis, he's gonna punch him in the face. I'm gonna just let you guys know now.
No.
I think it's totally fair for us to be referring to a Skileta with people that aren't her friends as Skileta, so they don't get the impression to call them Ski.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Okay? I reckon.
I drop a little green all clear stone back down to
that
Flint.
Code of Silence was like, I'm paranoid.
Right?
So, did it function like the Cone of Silence from Get Smart? That's my question.
I said the
That's
same
the only thing
thing.
I was thinking.
I was
That's
like, so does this work the way the Cone of Silence from Get Smart was supposed to work? And the answer was
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Right. It's sensitive information. We should probably use the Cone of Silence.
That was always my favorite running gag.
It's
was
such a
really
good running gag.
Yeah.
So Ski is pretty much sends Strudel, like picks up Strudel and like speaks Sylvan to Strudel and puts him on the ground and sends him to the child.
Cute.
Yeah.
Aw.
As Strudel, kind of saunters up to Maribel, she's like, "Oh my god!" And she picks him up and is very excited. And she's looking around, and be like, "Somebody lost their Fluffit."
Ski's gonna come and be like, "Hello, I'm Skileta. My friends call me Ski. I see you found Strudel."
I did. He's so wonderful. And she's like petting him, and she's like, I should give him back. And she hands him back over towards you.
Oh, thank you. Strudel just is, he notices when people have anxiety and everything, or if they're nervous. And since you're younger than the other people here, he probably just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Oh, ever since my grandfather brought me here, I've been to a few of these events, but these large gatherings they really do make me nervous. Thank you so much.
I get it. I'm not a big fan of large gatherings either. I like to just be with a group of friends.
You'll find plenty of them here. There's lots of great people. I would love an opportunity to possibly be your friend as well.
I would like that. You can call me Ski.
It sounds wonderful, Ski. It's so great to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Are you with somebody that's here tonight, or?
Oh, I am what they call the muscle.
You look very tough. I'm very impressed.
Oh, why thank you. You know, a lot of people misjudge my size and nature,
Oh,
but I appreciate you.
see, Grandpa McAllister always says that it's not what people look like that you should consider, but it's what their actions do.
Ah, I see. So do you just stay with your grandpa then?
My parents are like my biological parents are unfortunately dead, and he was kind enough to take me in.
Sorry, guys.
I point my high caliber rifle straight down and fire a shot right through Flint. Biggest turn of the century.
You do hear in your voice, Father. Back door clear.
Ski's gonna be like, oh,
Greenstone. Still in the
Ski's
clear.
gonna be like, oh, I lost my mother. So I never knew her, but it's good that you have family. My papa, my grandfather, mostly raised me as well.
We're so alike. I think we'd be great friends.
Yeah. Do you have a nickname?
No, I'm just Maribel. Some people call me Mary, but I don't really like it.
How about Belle? Because you're the
Belle.
belle of the ball?
Thank you, Ski. I like that. You can call me Belle.
And okay, and the bellflower is very toxic in my forest, but it's very beautiful. So it's pretty much its beauty is deceiving, is what people say.
I wouldn't say my beauty is deceiving, but I'll take your word
It's
for it.
mostly it's like deadly beauty is another name for it.
Ah,
It's so beautiful, it's deadly.
well, that sounds nice. I obviously we wouldn't want to pick it, but maybe it's sometime if I'm ever near your home, you can show me.
Okay, it smells nice. Just don't eat it.
That's good to know, so we can smell it, so we can make a bouquet out of it.
Yes, it's actually used a lot for weddings.
Oh, that would be lovely. I think that'd be great. I hope one day I get to get married. Do you have anyone?
No.
Oh, well,
No.
one day maybe you will also get there. And if we're really lucky, we'll be in each other's wedding parties.
I would like that, Belle. You're a very nice young woman.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
If you ever feel nervous, you can just come, like during this party, you can come to my side and you can just hold Strudel. I know how it's like, so.
Maybe after the game, when everyone's milling about again, I'll come find you.
Okay, I'd like that.
That sounds great. We'll chat soon. And she waves as she kind of like scoots over towards another group of people that her like father's like waving her, or her James McAllister's waving her towards. There we go.
Ski's
I'm
gonna
gonna-
glare at the grandfather, just glare, like severely glare, like, you son of a bitch.
Don't call him grandfather.
And then go to Colt and be like, okay, so some things were told.
Oh,
She thinks her biological parents are dead.
I had a feeling that's what she was told.
And she likes to be called Belle, and she's a very sweet girl. And I'm gonna, just with like Strudel's training, would Strudel notice anything like strange mentally? Since he is trained to be a mental service pet.
Sort of. There's some kind of like traumatic block. How much would serve? Like, yeah, there's some kind of like trauma that's there, but like without like Strudel doing a full-on investigation check, or insight probably actually more. I wouldn't be able to give you any more than that.
Okay. There's some shit going on. I don't like that man.
I don't either. Perhaps after the game, you could introduce us?
She said she would come and find me again after the game.
Wonderful. The more friends she can have in her corner, the better.
I get to call her Belle.
You two look like you were having a very lovely conversation.
She's very sweet.
It's a shame that she's stuck with him for the moment.
Yeah.
Shit.
You okay?
You good, David?
I think he dropped something. I
Yeah.
heard something hit the ground. It might have been like,
Something with liquid in it.
I don't know.
I think maybe
Or the
where
cap,
like the
yeah.
cap to something. It bounced. It was like a plastic
Well,
hitting the ground.
dog poop later. I dropped a D4 on the ground, and
What?
I've just resigned myself to the fact that I'm definitely going to be picking it out of dog poop at some point in the future.
Either that or
Oh,
you're
no.
gonna find it with the most tender spot on the sole of your foot.
Yep.
Well,
Those are the
it's in my closet, so it will be at the worst time, too.
So I think we should rendezvous with Hearts, because Hearts had to talk with that man, and I don't trust that man.
there's how much time is left between now and when the game starts?
You can tell there's still like a bit of time, like people are still kind of milling about, but it's getting pretty close. Like you're down to the wire kind of thing.
Oh, excuse me. If we do, we have to do it now. The game's
Okay.
going to start very soon.
Okay.
Let us leisurely walk over there.
He's like just awkwardly walking, like I don't know how to act. What's
Just
leisurely mean?
smile. Not in a hurry, Ski.
To make it like, I think Hearts can see that Ski's looking a little awkward, and to like make it a
Help.
little better, just kind of like calls out, "Now, Ski, what's your little strudel friend been up to? Looked like a bit of an escape."
Ski,
Just as
Ski's
like,
gonna-
yeah, just engage with me and keep walking towards me. It's all good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Strudel always checks on children when they see them in a public place to make sure they're okay, because they know that they can have anxiety with crowds.
That's so sweet. I mean, I know that even me, Strudel's helped my anxiety a lot, but you should stick close to me tonight. So if like, if it starts getting too intense, I can just like get a little Strudel pat in there.
Okay, Strudel can help with that. And then like right when they can be like, Hearts, I learned some shit. Hearts,
Yeah, me
Hearts.
too, honestly. Gonna have some stuff to talk about after this.
Okay, real thing. She thinks Casper's dead.
Oh, fuck me. That is. Who the hell does that to a child? And the child's parents. That's.
And Strudel
God, I'm
Strudel
glad-
senses something's wrong with her. Like something's going on. Other than anxiety.
I mean, that man very casually dropped to me how easy and simple a spell it is to manipulate people's ability to understand things around here. So I think that probably tells us quite a bit about him and what he might do for his so-called family. But dear God, I'm so glad that Flint did not come here with us, because I think that he needs a chance to learn this information, not surrounded by literally everyone in the whole place.
He would
be
kill
a
somebody.
shit show.
And I mean, like, to be honest, I'm not going to say that I don't fully support him killing somebody over this, because this is a big fucking deal. But I don't think, like, now at this exact moment is the time to do that. But, we make this happen. We do have a private meeting afterward.
That's true.
Front door.
Are you
still
ready for the
clear.
game?
I mean, ready
We're
as I'll
installing.
ever be. This is kind of what I do. All the
Okay.
adventure and stuff, that's, started more as
Hobby?
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, more of a hobby, or a way to pay the bills while supporting my true love.
We'll stay in. I'll stand behind you or beside you, whatever you want, and help out where I can. But I don't know if I can help that much. I think Colt would be more helpful.
I mean, just knowing I have friends close by in a place like this, where I think any one of these people would eat me alive if they had the chance. Not being alone is worth a lot more than you realize.
I will never let anybody eat you alive. I will decapitate them first. Don't you worry.
Honestly, that is one of the sweetest things anyone's ever said to me. Like, hand to God, I'm not lying about that.
And I'll make sure no one messes with either of you. Well, we're here.
It would be best to probably avoid decapitations at this moment in time.
I drop an orange stone. It means you ever wonder why we're here?
In your head, you just hear, "Oh, now what's that one? Does that mean we're going?"
Green stone. Don't worry about it.
All right. Toss them both back.
Is there a color for it's okay, we'll talk about it later?
Yes, it is a lavender purple.
Very good.
More of a maroon, one might say.
No. It's like that
Like
light,
amethyst.
like
Okay.
like an amethyst purple. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's a big one.
It's a big one.
Um,
At one point, it's just an anvil tied to a rope.
I'm ready.
Right, 8 foot. I got it.
a bell,
What does that mean? You look up, it's a piano.
a bell rings, and kind of a silence falls. Approaching the table is a very finely dressed halfling who, carrying a deck of cards, who stands at the head of the table, and using a little bit of magic to project his voice further. He goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin."
Ski's gonna
All right, well, I believe that's my cue.
Ski's gonna stand behind Hearts and beside Colt and just be like, "Uh-oh."
Now,
How
Oh,
close to the table can we actually stand?
so there's a rope that's been set up, so you can't stand directly behind the table. Like, you wouldn't be close enough to whisper to Hearts. Like, you'd be far enough back where you also wouldn't really be able to see the cards. Kind of is the intent. Yeah.
No cheating.
For my perspective of the outside, is it window table
So the
everyone
table's
else,
in the middle
or
of
is
the
it
room.
window everyone else table?
And then so like like you can see it through the window, but there's like a crowd of people between you and the table itself.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to know the crowd layout.
Would a father have like a view of the table, like the flat of the table, like because of the angle?
Yeah, you'd be able to see like what's on the table.
Yeah. And I'll just
I'm not trying to peek anyone's cards or anything.
I just message up and just be,
But,
let me
like-
know how the game's going. Getting kind of bored down here. Side door clear.
I drop. I have a deck of cards on me. I drop a single ace.
Right.
As Colt stands,
Ace of spades.
as Colt stands beside Ski, stands kind of between like her back and like the handle of her axe as they watch.
Ski's just like blushing and be like, "What? What are you doing? What? Okay. Water? Water?" And it's just like looking around and just is like, could Ski with their because I have is a Haragon and has perception hearing. Could Ski like use that to like sense if anything goes wrong, like if people are cheating at the table or anything?
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to like listen for people trying to like pass secrets and stuff like that. Anything that's vocal, anyways. If you're tuned in, it's gonna get fairly quiet as people are watching. So yeah, I'd give that to you. If at the very least, if in between hands you want to roll like an investigation check or insight, I'll give you. I think they're both wisdom, but I'll give you that with advantage.
And just
Okay,
in case
yes.
And just in case it happens to have any bearing on like, anything that I noticed during the game, my passive perception is 18.
Ooh.
So, I'm kind of generally on the lookout for stuff.
I haven't updated my passive perceptions. That's good to know.
Yeah,
And
Colt is also 18.
Nice.
Mine is 13.
How do you have 18?
Oh, Ski.
He knows nothing.
Mine's 16.
So, as a
Jesus.
reminder, we are using the rules for Azun's Hold'em. We're going to roll 3d6, and you're looking for either 3 of a kind, so all 3 numbers matching, a straight, so 4, 5, 6, for example, Same parity, so 3-1-1 or 2-4-6, or 2 of a kind. 2-2-3, for example. And that's kind of like the order of like what wins highest. So obviously 3 of a kind is the highest, and then 2 of a kind is the lowest score you can get in that list. The rules are in the Roll20. And you can cheat. It is discouraged, but you know, that's what you're here for.
When's that ever stopped me?
So if you're looking to do something, basically you add your proficiency bonus to any of your ability checks that you make. So just making sure any of your ability checks you would make during this to do things, just because it's going. So for example, you do sleight of hand, and try to change one of your numbers to be something better. So what you would have to do is roll higher than 5 on everyone's passive perception. I'm not going to tell you what it is, so you won't know whether or not you succeed or fail until I tell you so.
You'll find out though.
Yeah. But that's so yeah. It's the passive perception of everyone at the table plus 5. And then you can do things like prestidigitation or suggestion to prestidigitation to like change what card you're holding, for example, or like suggestion to like convince somebody to fold. Otherwise, it's like playing poker, a little bit of a game. To make it fair, since you are playing against me 4 times, I will not be looking at the rolls until it comes to the thing. As a result, I am rolling with real-world dice.
Okay.
Because there's no way for a DM not to see the rolls. So I'm rolling with real-world dice. I will reveal what I got at the end, and we'll go from there.
Awesome. I'm just looking for the link to that file, but it's not.
So if you go
It's in the journal.
Yeah, if you go
Journal.
into the journal.
Oh, it's in the journal. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Like the top one.
That'll work.
I drop Flint a bag of trail mix. But it's just dried fruit and almonds. All the cashews, peanuts, and bits of chocolate have been eaten
I
already.
love it. So you don't want it anymore.
This is a back trail mix.
Okay. And with that, we'll roll our first hand.
Can we call that off the beaten trail?
There are,
mix?
however, some marshmallows in there.
Sorry, say again?
I said there are some marshmallows in the trail mix.
I said we can call that the off the beaten path or off the beaten trail mix.
Off the beaten trail mix.
So you were given, just so you know, 10 tokens when you sat down. Each one represents a noble. So a reminder, that is 2,500 gold.
Whew.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to get as much information on my screen as I can right now.
All good.
I need a new third monitor, and then I'd be fine.
Yeah. I gotta get, a third and a fourth up here. Never mind my ultra wide, like, tons of monitor space with my second
Costco
monitor.
this weekend looking at 32-inch monitors, and let me tell you, a 32-inch ultra wide 4K HDR monitor was calling my name.
You were like,
I mean, that's what I've got.
If I get a
I
third, I need a new stand.
I helped a friend move.
I have a 34
I helped
So-
a
right
friend
now.
move, and the guy that we picked up stuff from, he said he got rid of his computer, and he showed me pictures of it, and it was like a 40-inch curved fucking monitor, and the computer as
Yep.
well. He sold for $2,500, and it was like
Nice.
10 grand set up.
So,
Nice.
everyone, including the dealer, has drawn their cards. And a quick kind of go around the table of who you're dealing with. As the dealer's dealing out his cards, he introduces everyone to the group. He points to the first person at the far left of the table from him. So it'd be your far right, Hearts. That is Reginald McCoy, the man you are here to con. Normally he's a very sophisticated and put together gentleman, His family has run very important mines for a very long time. And as such, he's introduced as head of the McCoy family of McCoy metals. Tonight, though, he looks nervous. He's kind of looking around. He's got kind of this, like, air of twitchiness to him.
Mm-hmm. So in this town, if I introduce myself, do I have to be like, Hearts McCoy, no relation?
Oh, McRoy. McRoy.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect.
Next to him and next to you is Arabella Fairchild. She's human. She's very well put together. She is wearing a well-tailored suit instead of a dress, like many of the ladies that are here. Keeps her hair cropped fairly short. All in all, kind of looks very comfortable and very sure of herself. The middle is you, Hearts McCoy. To your left is Gustav von Alden. He is an elf, but the adopted son of the Van Alden family. They are very famous for their lumber. They make some of the finest wood in all of the world, and he seems carefree. Like all of this is kind of a game. He's young for an elf, you can tell. Very young, like probably even in comparison only in his early 40s. So for an elf, effectively still a child. Mm-hmm. And then last on that is Isadora Nightshade. She is wearing a dress, a very well put together and fine dress. She's a half-elf. She comes from the northern regions near Gothyra, and her family owns a large shipping and processing facility up there that trades with the Gothyra nation.
All right.
I drop a orange to magenta gradient stone down to Mr. Flint, and it means that there's a very pretty woman in the room.
This one.
Hey, you
Yeah, we should already have a bunch of those stones.
Oh yeah, there's at least three of them down there by now.
Thank you very much.
Flint's like, it's got to mean something. So the buy-in for the pot is 1 noble. So that is that. So everyone has to put in 1 noble to start. As the buy-in to start tonight, and we will start with Reginald. Reginald is going to re-roll one of his. And he will fold.
Okay.
And then there is Miss Arabella. She's going to also re-roll 1. She's going to take that, and she's going to place another noble in the pot to raise. Your turn.
All right.
And
I mean,
you know what we can do?
You could try. You can try. Whoa. Ooh, show us the rolls. Bring up the rolls. I will say, sitting in the building across the way, watching this all probably through a scope of some sort. Father is praying to a collection of gods. I think there's a god of luck that she is praying to, as well as a god of probably a god of death somewhere in there. Ooh, we gotta everyone hydrate.
Okay.
I also can't see chat now.
Praying to Moon specifically,
so that chat can see.
It's okay. I'll keep you updated.
Father, while you're looking through your scope, you just see a fucking a handkerchief come up and just go right in front of it and just give the front of the optical a quick wipe down and then slowly come back down.
I think there's a moment of like it's fine.
Making sure you got a clear shot.
Because like the last thing.
Do you match the pot?
Yes.
Yeah. So you raise as well. So there's.
Yeah. And I would like to re-roll one.
Okay.
Specifically for those of you that are looking the second one.
Praying to Danny DeVito, the god of egg.
You got this, Hearts.
That's a good roll. That's a good roll.
Let's go. That's a really good roll.
That's a high straight.
I will also offer some prayers to Calamity and shit. I always forget the one that's actually nailed to the planet.
He's got lots of names.
Yeah.
Your Gustav is going to re-roll 1.
My cat's name is Gustavo.
And he's going to raise by 2.
I love that.
Okay.
And then our dear Lady Nightshade is going to roll. No, she's not, actually. She is going to match that raise.
Oh, Hearts, did you find the Zunes Hold'em?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay. And then do you want to raise or fold to match the raised pot? You have to add one more in yourself.
I'll raise.
Okay. Or I guess match.
Or match, yeah.
Okay. And now we reveal. Or I think, hold on. Actually, I'm going to double check. I think we get, some of the first.
Reveal,
yeah, so
David.
everyone is going to show your hand. So, Lady Arabelle got 2 of a kind. She's got 5, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Gustav has 3, 3, 2. And Isadora has 3 of a kind. She's got 3 1s. And the dealer reveals a 3, 4, 5. What do you have?
4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6. Okay. So this round goes to Isabella.
Hearts does not like that went to her on ones.
Yeah, no kidding. The worst 3 of a kind you can.
Okay, so everyone is in again for 6.
Mm-hmm.
After that hand, can I do a perception check to see if I caught anyone cheating?
You definitely can.
Can I also make a perception check for that?
I'm gonna have to
11.
Since
make
I'm
that
keeping
visible
a
to me.
scope on the.
Nobody cheated that round. I will tell you with an 11, and with a 22 for sure, nobody cheated that round. You can tell.
Okay.
To write names. I numbered them, and I hate that even more.
Oh, why did you do that?
Because I guess I hate myself.
You have to have more self-respect for yourself.
Nah, have less.
So he is down to 9.
It's so interesting because the proficiency in playing cards ends up not really doing anything because it lets you add your proficiency bonus to ability checks to cheat if you're not already proficient in that skill. And I'm like, but I'm proficient in all the cheating things.
I'm so good at cheating. You
I'll
should get
give you
expertise in cheating.
I mean,
It makes sense. Logistically, it makes sense.
because I already do have expertise in sleight of hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll 100% give that to you. Okay. So everyone is in for 6. 1, and then the house is in. Okay. Everyone's in the pot. Time to roll.
Come on.
Arts.
Moment's notice. If this guy wins too much and ends up walking out of here with money, he's
The
iced,
second
right?
he clears the thresholds.
Not even. He'll stand up from the table and then he'll get back down on the table.
Okay. Reginald is going to raise.
Ooh, a raise.
Belle
Excellent play by Sir Reginald
is
at the
going
table.
to reroll 1.
Going in for the raise.
Heart, so you're going to reroll. And obviously, Arabelle matched.
And I'm
You're
going to
gonna
reroll 2.
Okay.
For anyone who's looking at my dice, it is the second one and the third one.
Keeping that one. Oh, cheat.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
That was
Commit
a
cheat.
roll.
Are you going to do something?
Yeah, hang on one sec.
I'm going to cast heavy anti-tank rifle.
You know what? I would like to I would like to swap. I'm gonna cheat. I want to swap this for another card of my choice.
So you're gonna do prestidigitation?
No, sorry. I'm gonna do the sleight of hand check.
Okay.
And if I get high enough, I can just pick a card. If not, I can at least re-roll it.
Yeah, you can re-roll. So basically how it works is you can either choose to re-roll a die and hope you get something else, or whatever the number was. So let's say you landed on 4, you can attempt to roll it to a 2, a 6, a 1. Oh wait, or a 5. Is basically how you can. So you wouldn't be able to get a 3, for example, on a 4. But
Oh really? I don't see that in here. I just see if I beat all of their passive perception scores by 5 or more, I can turn the dice onto any face of my choosing.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely misread that. You are 100% correct. I'm rereading it now.
Because I may have cards up my sleeve.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe have cards up my sleeve. I don't know. My sleeves are pushed up right now, but all right.
That's out of character. In character, you got sleeves.
Like these perfect little cuffs with the suit I'm wearing and everything. Yeah.
So
You're on point.
I dropped another orange and magenta stone down to Flint.
All right, so I'm gonna roll sleight of hand.
Yeah.
And then am I adding my proficiency again or not?
Yeah, so treat it as expertise.
Even though I already have expertise?
Yeah, add it one more time. We're going to give you super expertise.
All right, so it's going to be this guy plus...
Should be plus 3, I think,
So
right?
it's going to be this roll plus 3.
Yeah. What did you roll? I can't see
I
your
don't
number.
have advantage. It's just set that way.
Yeah.
A 13.
It does
That's a
pass.
quick fail, though. Depending on how you want to treat that, it's a crit fail.
I don't know. You don't, not on ability scores.
Okay.
Only on for attack rolls, and that does pass. Just.
Okay. I mean, that's a good one. So I can't choose, but I can re-roll it.
So no, that pass. Yes, that with the DC check. Don't worry, you're good.
Like to choose or to re-roll?
To choose. But it's gonna get harder now.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I've got one that is a 4, and I am going to make it a 5.
Okay. You matched, correct?
Yes.
Gustav is going to re-roll. That is okay. Well, yeah, no, that's the one he was trying to re-roll. That doesn't count. So he is just matching. Isadora is going to re-roll 2 and match. Okay. That doesn't matter. And then the house is going to match and re-roll 1. It doesn't make a difference. Okay. And then it rolls back to Reg, who is going to fold. And then Arabelle is going to hold. Goose, your turn. Are you going to hold or raise?
Hold.
Hold. Okay. And then the house will hold. Okay, everyone reveal. So Arabelle had a 6, a 6, and a 4. So 2 of a kind 6s. Gustav had nothing. Same with Isadora. She has nothing, and the house has 2 5s. What do you have?
Same parity. I have a 1, a 5, and a 5.
Okay. So that will go to Arabelle.
I'm gonna send the trail mix back up. There's only raisins left.
Save them, Heartsalitos.
I'll pocket them, and you hear me open a fresh bag of trail mix.
Passive perception isn't high enough.
No, I open them loudly on purpose.
Wait, I know that.
Get your hopes up that maybe you'll get some of the good stuff this time.
I pass it down surprisingly fast, but it's just the raisins you handed back to me just now.
I pocket them, remembering somewhere in the back of my memories, Art says something about like raisins at one point.
Just kidding. I do then pass you down the bag of actual trail mix that still has all the pieces.
I
in
don't
it.
expect it, and it smashes on the ground, scattering everywhere.
You get swarmed by a flock of pigeons.
Okay,
One of them lands in the snare. God damn, there's one snare down.
Okay, we will roll again.
Get.
3, 2.
Swear to God, pigeon.
just starts bodying pigeons
It's
outside.
just like, what the fuck?
Middle of this really intense poker game is just bang, bang,
Ski,
bang.
while this is happening, Ski is extremely confused on what this game is all about. It's just like, what? Huh?
So
You're looking out the window, seeing a flock of pigeons fly in and then fly out really
One of them holding a
quickly.
bag.
One of them has a bag, one of them has Casper.
Reginald is going to raise by 3.
Ooh.
This dichotomy of the very serious game inside and the fucking shenanigans.
I mean, look, when you've got a really serious scene that requires a lot of focus on the inside, you gotta have a silly comic relief scene happening somewhere else.
It
Gustav's
cuts
gonna
back and forth, like Heart's like sweating. Not actually, she's very cool, but on the inside, and just back and forth between the.
Like picking marshmallows off.
It's back and forth between Heart's like hyper focused on these cards and like making sure to like pull the right like cheats and like the right moves at the right time, and Flint chasing pigeons because one of them has his gun.
So Reginald and Arabelle, when in 3, we raised by 3. What do you want to do?
I'll match that.
You'll match that, okay?
And
Cat.
I would like to re-roll 1.
Okay.
Again, for anyone looking, this is, just to keep me accountable, this is my 3rd one.
Okay.
Nice. Very nice.
Colt's whispering to Ski what's going on. So she can try to follow along.
My
Pretending-
hearts.
Dying on the inside of what's happening outside. Like, oh my god. No, wait.
Ski's just like, I'm trying to pay attention, but did you see the fucking pigeons in the window?
Yeah.
Looking at the money on the table and looking at the rest of you, Reginald's going to put his last token in, actually.
Interesting.
Yep.
Isn't he the guy we're trying to rob?
Yeah. He's
down to his last.
sucking.
I hope he's not good at cards. I hope that is what's happening here.
Everybody hydrate.
Previously, he's only folded.
God damn.
Arabelle is going to fold. It's just you in the house left now. So he only put 1 more in. Because he's all in effectively.
Mm-hmm. I'm really
And he's all out of time. Cocks the high caliber rifle.
Not shooting the dealer.
No, the guy who just put his last token in, who we're supposed to be robbing anyway.
You know what? I would like to. Oh, all right, folks. This is where we start actually gambling.
You got this, Hearts. We believe in you.
Go.
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to.
What's the distance between myself and the poker table, David?
There's the 15 feet between the building, and probably another I think I said 60 feet.
Big room.
Okay. That's a very big room. So we're sitting at 75 feet between myself and the table.
All right. So I'm going.
Understood.
So he just raised by 1.
Yeah, he's all in, effectively.
Okay. I'll match that.
Okay.
Wait, that's not all of mine, is it?
It's all of his, so it would probably be all of yours.
Neither of you have won, and I think you've been betting the same.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's do
You
it.
got this. You got this, Hearts.
So in the pot right now,
I believe in you.
And
is 17 nobles.
okay. And I'm definitely gonna cheat again now. So
I drop a orange stone down, just like a solid orange stone. It means that's a lot of money.
all right.
Away from the pigeon.
So to start this, I would first like to use Bluff Master, which will let me roll a bardic inspiration die for myself. Which I will then be able to add or
Nice.
subtract from a check related to a game of chance.
Okay.
So that's step 1, is I'm going to roll 1d8. So I've got that in the bank. All right, it's a 5. I'm not mad about that. And now I am going to attempt sleight of hand to change one of my dice again.
Okay.
Got this.
So it'll be this roll plus 3, and plus 5. Why wouldn't we use that now? All right, so this roll plus 8.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I can't see what is that.
I rolled a 28.
28.
It's 28 plus the 5 from Bardic.
So that would be 36 total, correct?
36.
Yeah, that beats by 5.
Yeah.
All right.
Just 5 or?
I am rolling my 5 and a 6.
Okay.
And I'm doing it skillfully.
It's butter smooth.
Like enough that I'm even proud of myself.
You almost got to give him a second dice for that, right?
Somehow you have 4
So
cards in your
everyone
hand.
reveals.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Reginald has a 6, a 6, and a 4. The house has a 5, a 5, and a 6. What do you have?
I have a 6, a 6, and a 6.
Hell
So-
yeah.
Let's go hard.
In your hand now, you have 17 nobles as in the pot for you. Which makes it so you currently have the most amount of money on the table.
And Reginald has none,
And Reginald has none.
Oh.
which means we win.
He's out.
So that's the lowest possible success.
Yes.
Yes.
You still have a few other people you can swindle the money out of.
Exactly. So like we can do better than this, but we've met our goal.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've met the goal. We've got our 1-star victory.
Exactly.
Arabelle.
Go Hearts, go Hearts.
So excited.
Oh.
Good job.
That was amazing. It's like a 6,
Yes.
a 6, and a 5. And I was like, oh, Art, you got this.
Right?
That was fun.
Oh, that's amazing.
Honestly, I'm
Goddamn
having so much fun with the
bird.
fact that I can't see your cards too. Like,
I just drop a copper piece down to
But like
Yeah,
when you
alright.
said 6, 6, 4, inside I was like screaming.
I
with
was
excitement.
too. I thought because he
Oh.
went
Ready to be
6,
like,
6, and then there's like, and a 4. And I'm like, oh.
that's why I had to say it slowly when I said it myself too. I'm like, we need the anticipation.
That's fair.
Yes.
I'm gonna message
Ooh.
up.
The
I'm just gonna be like,
antisa-
Yo, what? Drop a greenstone if things are going all right up there. Hey,
Greenstone, immediate.
I don't know.
At that, yes.
I'll send them back up. But I'm
You get like
keeping-
3 of them. You get like 3 green stones all at once. It's like everything's
Right on,
really
right on.
good.
so we start with 5 in the pot, and everyone rolls.
5 in the pot, and
5 in the
everyone
pot.
rolls.
Does that include our friend that we just
Everybody's
booted
gotta
from the
know.
table?
No, he's out. He's like sitting there, absolutely distraught, looking.
We just did a bad thing, you guys. I don't know why we're doing this. Like,
Not unless we keep the money. Then it's a good thing for us specifically.
could we
Clean
maybe
hands. Oh,
kick this person out and give them back their stake even?
The specific conditions were that the
Maybe.
money had to be donated to charity.
I'm
Yeah,
a charity.
Right.
I'm a church,
Exactly.
That's how we get out of paying taxes, right?
Yeah. I Father Sophia Belle, am a church.
Having just watched one of the most masterful plays, Arabella, is going to raise by 3. So, Gustav, he has to go all in to match that, and does happily. And then Isabella matches.
So that's 8 in.
Plus the initial 5. That 9 in plus the initial 5 as the starting bet. Do you want to match?
9 plus the initial 5.
Yeah.
I thought it was 5. Then
So
raised by...
Arabelle raised by 3.
Yeah.
Gustav matched. So that's
Yeah.
6. And then Isabella matched as well.
Okay.
You just have to match with 3.
Yeah.
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 All right. Yeah. Do
Okay.
it. And I would like to re-roll 1.
Okay. Neither Arabella or Gustav re-rolled. Isabella did, though.
And I'm re-rolling my first one.
Comes back around to Arabelle. All right, I have to increase the difficulty of what you have to roll now to... Not that it would have mattered. Arabelle is going to raise by 2 again. Gustav can't raise, but he's all in, so he gets to keep playing. Do you want to match? It's by 2 more.
You know what? I'm gonna fold.
Okay.
But look completely unbothered about it. Like this is not phasing Hearts in the least.
Okay. So that is 19 in the pot. With the reveal, Arabelle has a 4, 5, 6, so a straight, and Gustav has 3 of a kind with 3 4s.
I made the right choice.
Which we then start back. Having to do this manually, I'm writing everything down, which makes things complicated, but... okay, so everyone puts their 5 into the pot.
All right. Oh.
Okay, Arabelle is going to raise by 2. Gustav is going to match. And he's going to re-roll 1. Okay. Yeah. Again, I'm having to roll manual dice, which is nice, don't get me wrong.
No worries.
Means I have to dig through my bag.
Just take some time.
Kinetically pushing squirrels away from the other trap.
Hearts. and actually, yeah, hearts for sure. And then, Colt, you said you also had an 18, right?
I do.
Yeah. Both of you catch, and in a moment you glare at as like Gustav very casually tries to reach inside his jacket, notices you watching, and pulls his empty hand back out and puts it down very slowly.
Hearts is just gonna give him a winning smile, just like.
In the building next door, Sophia clocks the cheat through the scope, and he realizes that it's like handled, and just moves the finger off the trigger.
Put you back on safe.
Colt gives
Yeah.
that's right, smirk.
Ski's just like, what the fuck's going on?
Isabella's gonna raise by 4.
Oof.
Ooh, okay.
And the house will actually fold. What are you doing, Miss Hearts?
I only have 2 to put in.
You should have a lot more than that.
Should I?
Yeah, you
You
won.
just won 17.
Well, you won
Yeah.
17.
I won 17, and then 5 for the next rounds.
Oh, it's
No.
one. No,
5
so
total.
yeah. So
Right.
everyone puts 1 noble in to start.
Oh,
Did you put 5 nobles from yours in? No. You only 1 to start. Yeah.
sorry. I thought I had gone up after.
No.
Yeah, the 1 to start and then the
Okay,
3
hang
to
on.
match.
Let me just redo my math here.
Because you should have only put.
You should have like 13 left.
Yeah. By my count.
Also, wait, didn't we knock out a player? There's,
You did, yes.
Are there not 4 players then?
Plus the house still.
Yeah.
Plus
the
the
house.
house.
Yeah.
The house, thank you. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Because before it was 6.
Like, I've downloaded a poker app and I've been playing recently. Just this fucking.
Prepping.
I gotta be so good at Texas Hold'em. I don't know why people need to hold Texas that much. It doesn't seem like a very emotionally vulnerable state, but
All
You
right,
don't know
so
what's going on behind those.
the last raise was
4.
4. I'll match that.
Okay. One, two, three, 4. The house is out, by the way. They'll still be dealing cards, but they are out. Okay. Arabella's going to fold, as is Gustav. Hearts. You get a chance to raise before it's Isabella's again.
I'm gonna hold.
You're gonna hold. Okay. She's also going to hold. And reveal. What do you have?
Me? 3,
Yeah.
3, and 3.
Okay. She has a 2, 2, and 2.
Oh!
ah,
Hey,
So that pot is yours. So that is 17 again.
question.
Yeah.
If there's a tie, do you split the pot?
Nope. Highest cards.
Well, no, but if it's like if they both had. Like,
Oh, if like somehow
Three
we
of a
both
kind.
managed to roll like 2,
Like-
2, 2.
Yeah, yeah. I would. What I would do is basically I would do 1 reroll of everyone, and whoever had the better hand of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
All right, so that puts me at 22.
Yeah. And we go into round 6.
good 17 and you won. You won 8. Right?
I had 7. So I had 7. I had 117. Then the next round I had my 1 in, and then
You matched the
Yeah.
3, I think, right?
there were the 4 raised to 4, and then I folded.
Yeah.
So that was that down.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, my bad.
And
I'm
that,
outside fighting pigeons. What do I know?
No,
and
for-
then
it's for the
last
folks
round
at
it was
home.
1 in, and then it was raised 2, raised
Yeah.
4.
Oh, you got it.
So I had 5. Now I have.
Okay. Let's roll.
So the house and McCoy are the only ones who are out.
Yeah.
How's everyone else's pot looking?
There's a couple people that are close to being out. Depending on how this round goes, I think we're probably going to lose 2 players.
Good.
Okay. Arabelle is going to reroll 1. It's better than nothing, I guess. And then raise by 2. Gustav is also going to reroll 1. It's better. And raise by 4.
Okay.
Isabella is going to reroll 2. And match. Miss Hearts.
I will match.
Okay.
And I'm going to reroll my first 2.
Okay. To go all, or to match, Arabelle's gonna go all in, which is only the 2 that they need to get up to having done 4. Okay. Gustav's gonna fold. And then Isabella is going to fold. So it's just you and Arabelle.
Okay.
So
what kind of impression do I get of her?
She's like cool. Like she's got this like I'm cool. If you wanted to know more, I'd say give me an insight check.
16.
It is 100% a facade.
Okay.
She's really nerdy.
I believe he already said cool.
Oh, you're right. She really likes sports.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
that-
the reveal.
Okay, that. Oh, okay.
Or do you want to raise?
I kind of want to raise.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna raise 2.
Okay. She is already all in, so she cannot raise. But ready for the reveal?
Sure hope so.
She has 2 of a kind.
She relates
3, 3,
too
6.
much.
I have 3, 4, 5.
The pot goes to you. And that is Arabelle out. That is
come on,
23 in the pot.
All right, so we are at 36.
Nice.
Nice.
How many would we have started with? You said there was 10.
10. You would have started with 10.
60 at the table.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Arabella as she, I assume, leaves the
Yeah,
table.
she gets up and leaves. She goes straight to the bar. She
Oh,
got that like
where's
Keep an
huff.
eye on her.
Where's the guy who got out
Is
first?
Yeah,
He's
where's
still
Red
sitting
Bull?
at the table, like absolutely devastated.
Just dejected.
He hasn't moved. Everyone's just, it's awkward now. Like everyone's like, "Hey, buddy."
Yeah. He's like playing
No.
theoretical poker at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually has pulled up his like magical scroll and is planning his fantasy football team.
So the pot.
His
will start
fantasy football team?
Yeah.
Yeah, his fantasy
the pot will
fantasy
start
football
with
team.
3.
His favorite team is the Orcs, but like they're coming under a lot of duress lately for some racial issues.
Okay.
Like I'm
so
taking Tyreek Hill. Sure.
Gustav, you have that. Okay. And you have that. No, you don't. You have that. Okay. So there's now 3 starting in the pot. Gustav is going to roll. Okay. Gustav looks over at Isabella and her pile, and he is going to raise by 3. Isabella will have to go all in, which is only 2. And she's going to re-roll one of hers. Hearts, what are you doing?
There was a raise of
3.
Was it 3?
Yeah.
I'd like to raise another 3, please.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Gustav looks at you, kind of considers for a minute, and he is going to raise by 2. Do you match?
Yeah.
Okay. And he's gonna reveal he's got 2 5s and a 1.
I have 5, 5, 5.
Okay. That is 15 in the pot for hearts.
I'm using all of my dice rolling luck for the next month, so
Yeah.
Left
Yeah,
you,
I'm saying there's like a surprisingly small amount
Yeah.
of cheating happening.
Hearts is just that good.
Yeah.
Maybe luck is on her side.
Hearts is
It's
just
like-
that good.
Remind me never to play hearts cards.
He's like, I still don't know what's happening.
We're winning.
It's
That's all you
just
need
you and
to
Gustav.
worry about right now.
And
Right.
after the buy-in, he has 4 tokens left.
what was the pot from that?
15.
Okay.
Casper's mending 3 squirrel bites.
Where did the squirrels come from?
They were attracted to the trail mix nuts. We chased the pigeons off and the squirrels came.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Sophia's sitting on the second floor and has a pigeon and
Chilling.
a squirrel just like chilling with her.
Are you sharing your trail mix?
Gustav is all in.
Yeah, the pigeon is sitting on the
Oh.
barrel of the gun though, so if I fire it, that pigeon is done.
You're gonna burn those
All
little
in,
seeds.
so that was how much?
It'll be
you
like in a
put
cartoon.
all 4 of his remaining tokens in.
Okay.
You can toy with these people now. They're like big time ship leader.
Oh yeah. I'll fire the high caliber rifle and it'll be like a cartoon where the entire pigeon will get like perfectly roast into a little like roast chicken version of itself except for its head,
Hmm.
and it will look at me and go squawk.
It doesn't have wings. It's got those little
And then
those
fly
little
away
hats,
with its-
you know, like those
Okay,
little.
I'm gonna
Yeah, it's
little
little hats.
I'm gonna re-roll 1 and then
Okay.
figure out whether I'm gonna cheat her. I'm re-rolling my 3rd one for anyone who's looking.
Like all of us are like eyes on this.
Rolling the third.
I would like to cheat again.
Okay.
So, step 1, I am
Yes.
gonna roll myself another bardic inspiration.
You got this.
Or
Step
oh,
two,
one.
shoot the
That
other
was
player in the
lousy.
foot.
All right,
It's okay. It's one more than you would have had.
it's one more than what I'm gonna roll right now, which is gonna be really, really high. It's gonna be right up there. Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
you
yep.
got this. I believe in you.
Got this.
Oh
Can
no,
we get
plus
an
the,
I believe
plus
in
the
chat?
proficiency, so it's gonna be what I roll plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we comment to charge, share to believe,
Wait,
It'll
you
be what I roll
have,
plus 4.
share to
don't you have
cast?
expertise?
What did you roll, sorry?
I'm about to roll it.
Okay.
We're all.
Nice.
You got this.
21.
That will pass.
Nice.
Beautiful. I am going to roll my 3 over into a 4.
Okay.
Solid.
Are you gonna match
Solid.
his? I'm assuming you're matching his 4 then.
I'm gonna raise another. I'm gonna raise another 3.
So you're gonna put 7 total in.
Yeah.
Okay. He's already all in, so he's gonna splash out. He's got a 4, 5, 6.
I have a 4, 4, 4.
Which would make you the winner of the game.
I
For a total of
Yeah.
13 in that pot at the end of all of said and done.
Okay. So 43 is what I've got written down here. Does that sound? Doesn't sound right if everybody was all in. I must have undercounted at
Should
some
be
point.
60 all said and done.
Doesn't matter. We wanted 60.
Yeah, I'll drop a little gold stone down to Flint, signifying that we won the
Nugget
game.
of actual gold. Before we
No, it's a rock that I've covered in like gold foil.
before we move on to the next phase here, we're gonna take a quick break. I don't know about all of you, but I need to stretch my legs and refill my water. And I
I'm
feel
chilling.
like we deserve it. So we will be right
no,
back.
Pixie deserves it. Pixie
Yes.
deserves
No
all the
kidding.
love.
Thank you so much. Don't eat bugs.
Hello. We're back.
We're due.
Eat bugs.
Yeah.
Eat bugs. Welcome back to Legend of Logomancy. Eat bugs.
No, thank you. I'm already a picky eater. I'm not gonna have to get picky about what bugs I'll eat.
Crickets.
When we left you all for a break, a brief period to stretch our legs and get some water. Hearts had just finished clearing the equivalent of 150,000 gold off of a table. Some of it through her own natural luck, and some of it through, shall we say, manufactured luck. But you are left with all 60 tokens that are left over for the night. Now you have to pick a charity.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
for the moment, they come and they let you know that, you know, at any point you can come and choose your charity. That was the point of the event, regardless, was to give money to charity. Mr. McCoy just hoped that charity was him. The other players, you know, Reginald McCoy kind of scurries off as quickly as he can disappear into the crowd without anyone noticing. But the rest of the other four come over to congratulate you, as does, of course, Mr. McAllister on your win. As he's standing there and people start to kind of like meander away and he's chatting with you and you've got kind of a space with just you and Colt and Skileta nearby, he goes, well, I'm a man of my word. You ensured that money wasn't going home with Reginald, and I appreciate that. So
had a damn fun time doing it,
you
too.
looked like you were in your element to a T. True to my word, I owe you an audience. Tomorrow for breakfast, how about? It's late. Give you a chance to rest and relax and reconnect with everyone. And I'll make sure you have the best breakfast you've ever had.
I mean, you know, traveling doesn't always feed us so good, so I'm looking forward to that.
My pleasure. I will see you tomorrow, Hearts. And he,
Well,
him and
Ski
Mare.
just like swears like under their breath and Sylvan at him, just like I don't like you.
To you, in Sylvan, he responds, "You should watch your tongue."
Ski's just gonna be like, just look straight at him and like, make me.
Colt kind of puts a firmer hand on Ski's back, being like, I know, but you have to be careful. Not here.
We haven't taught Ski the word diplomacy yet.
No, Ski doesn't know
No.
that word.
That's a
Ski does not know that
$10.
word.
That's a $10 word. We haven't gotten that yet.
It's actually when you're really good at making little structures out of plastic. Diplomancy.
Ski
Yes.
and everyone in the room.
Oh, everyone in the room.
I'm gonna need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Shit.
Oh.
Great.
Can I, David, from my vantage point, do I see any like physical components being
Oh no.
used? Because most spells have a verbal, somatic, and material. God damn it!
You do see him kind of like rest his hand just on the kind of like in the inside of his coat. And Hearts and Colt, I will also need. Oh, okay. Colt, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I know.
While this is happening,
As he
You,
looks at you, you and the 9 people closest to you, he goes, "Kneel," and you do.
Red. Hold on. How many people kneel to him?
It's the 3 of them and 9 people around them, just like out of nowhere, like get down on one knee and he goes,
Is Maribel one of those people?
no. As he kind of smiles, and he goes, stay like that until I'm gone. And him and Maribel walk upstairs.
While that's occurring, would I have, as I'm covering the entrances and exits, at least on 3/4 of the building, would I have seen Reginald?
You would have seen him leave.
Yeah. Okay. Can I approach him as he's leaving?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Truthfully, I don't know if you would know who he is per se. Like you would notice like. Give me an investigation check first. We'll give you that.
Sure. 24.
You notice a man who looks extremely dejected for how well he's dressed.
Mm-hmm.
And you can probably guess that's Reginald.
I'm just gonna give him just a holler from a distance and just be like, "Tough hands in there."
He kind of turns, looks, and he goes, you could say that.
And Father, you'll hear in your head at this point, train a bead on this guy,
Yeah.
which just means point your gun.
You get no you get no response, but you do notice the barrel
hear a
shift in the
slight-
window.
Yeah. And I'll just say,
Yeah.
tough times. I mean, gambling, it's a win and lose situation. You can never have just win. But you can never have just lose either. I'm sure you'll get yours again. What's your name, friend?
Reginald. My friends call me Reg.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jordan Thompson.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Thompson. What can I do for you?
Oh, you just seem a little distraught, and you came from a high stakes game, and I just sometimes I care for people, and I don't want to see you running off into the night doing something untoward yourself.
I've got obligations. Unfortunately, there's no opportunity for me to do that. But I appreciate your concern, friend.
All right. Well, then you have yourself a great night.
You as well. I hope your night is filled with less people who need help.
I'm just gonna remember his face and remember his name, and that's all.
Okay. Yeah, your friends, having watched him watch James leave, are going to be able to finally stand back up from their kneeling position, as well as everyone else, and the rest of them kind of like have this like moment of daze and then carry on as if nothing had happened.
He's pretty much like, what the fuck was that?
I could say he had thumb over the town.
Yeah, I want to punch him.
Hearts is fucking furious.
Yeah, Ski is too. Ski's ears is back, and it's like a growl, and like eyes are like squinting. Like I'm ready to just pull out an axe and just
Hiding his anger behind his smile.
I'll drop a
And
green stone to
holding-
Flint.
Ski back. Gently. So it doesn't look obvious.
This guy's giving Strahd vibes. Massive Strahd vibes.
Yeah. Do you want to meet up with your friends?
Yeah. I'll kind of pack up from the window and come down the building, seeing that everything's
Fold it
pretty
back
much
up
settled.
in the violin case, you know.
The alarm goes
Yeah,
off in my
bingo.
mind.
Exactly
As
that.
you leave the room that I had alarmed, I realized, oh shit, I didn't put them on it. I just get like this ringing in my head. I'm like, oh, fuck me. Snooze.
Keep your hat on. It's just me.
Good. I meet you like halfway up the stairs. Oh.
Yeah, it's just me. Just packing up. They're all done
Watch your
inside.
step right about there.
We can either head in or wait for them to come out.
I'm just gonna guide you around the one snare that I did protect from the squirrels.
Right.
You see the pigeon still fucking like content now though. I should
I step around it, but the squirrel that I tamed with my bag of trail mix steps in it instantly and sets it off.
That's all right. I'll just undo them. Drop the spell.
I think Ski, once they walk out, is just gonna take their fist and like punch a wall as hard as they can.
Okay, roll me a strength check.
Keep your head on straight.
Like they're just walking out, and Ski is just like gonna punch it. Straight strength check.
Yeah.
Oh no. Ski ain't rolling that bell today, guys.
You're mad, so like throwing a punch is not necessarily your strong suit right now. And you do you just punch a wall, and it hurts, but not enough to like take any damage. It's just like, oh, shouldn't have punched a wall.
Yeah, the problem is you didn't speak the power word first. Kyle.
Power word, Kyle.
It gives you an extra D8 when chugging beer, and +2 to you can't tell me what to do, Mom.
Are there people from like the party like kind of filling about outside?
People have like they kind of like went into the lobby. Some of them stayed up there to like drink more drinks. Some of them have milled out. It's again in that Banff-esque way I have previously described it. This kind of like square that you're in is a very beautiful space. It's very well laid out. There's lights all around. There's a lot of glimmer. It feels magical. So there's people that are like walking along the promenade and like couples arm in arm kind of thing. But that kind of air is kind of in there. There's like various bars and inns around that there's people milling around outside of as well.
I think
Go for it, Mr.
I think Colt would still kind of have
Mr.
like
Colt.
his charm on, and take the hands he used to try and punch the wall in, just kind of give it a gentle kiss, like.
She's like, I'm gonna kill him. I swear to God.
You have to have a plan first, though.
Can I, if I tell Casper what happened in there, I'm pretty sure he'll agree with me. I'm pretty sure Hertz will agree with me.
We all agree, but we will not cause a scene tonight.
There needs to be a conversation first. I mean, look at what he did. We need to be prepared.
Yeah. Any like playful tone that Colt usually has is like turned very serious.
He's just gonna like grumble and just like, let's just get out of here. I don't like it here. I don't feel like there's anything else we could do here at this time.
It'd be best to tell the others what happened, not here.
Yeah, and who votes to tell Casper?
I don't think we have a choice.
We kind of have to let him know.
Again, not here.
No. Back at the company.
And you meet up with your friends. As you exit out and you're kind of meandering about, you have you run into the father and to Casper, out kind of moving out of the building, and heading towards you.
Damn, Hearts, you got a swagger in your walk. You win those hands?
Hearts
Wow.
nailed
I
it.
did.
Tonight.
Walked away with every penny of their money.
Hey, good job.
It was a sight to behold. I wish I could have told you more about it.
Well,
Mr.
what are
Flint.
these? And I'm gonna ask you, what are these orangey gradient
for sure.
stones? I don't think we talked about them.
Oh, the orange
Yeah,
to
yeah.
magenta? Well, that just means there's a very, very pretty woman in the room. About half of those are for Miss Hearts, and the other half is for that other woman that was at the table.
Ah, you got a crush, don't you?
Just an appreciator of art.
Hearts blows a kiss.
Well,
And it's
I've
like-
never seen nothing.
Hearts also agrees that yeah, she was beautiful. Like the woman that's not.
Miss
I
Nightshade.
wonder what she's doing later.
Can we talk about this later, guys? Like, Ski is just like, we have some info that we need to discuss.
Casper's in like a great mood.
Yeah. I mean, we won. We did everything that we needed to get
looking
done.
down, like
No.
seeing like a great mood is just like, oh shit.
How about that
How
audience?
do
Did we secure an audience with that fucker?
We did.
Listening everywhere. That gentleman.
I'm going to look Ski dead in the eyes with the like Ski is obviously having that like, oh god, like we gotta talk about things. And Sophia just looks you. I just look you dead in the eyes. You go, everything went fine. We completed everything to the best of our ability. Everyone's safe, and we will remain to be so.
You talking like that, Father?
Well, let's just say our good friend McAllister here is a mighty fine host, and
Like
we
I see what
best
you're doing.
treat his kindness with an equal amount of respect.
Now,
No respect.
Well said.
I don't-
It's important to understand when you are the mouse and when you are the trap. Skileta.
now, I don't know about y'all, but I wouldn't mind seeing some stars this evening. Not too excited about staying in this town so much. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I think getting out of this town might be a good way to go
wise
about
idea.
tonight.
He's just gonna be silent and just walking, not trusting her own mouth at this point.
Didn't mean to roll that.
Huh? What's happening?
No, I did.
What are
I
you
was
doing?
I was closing spells. I had a bunch of spells open. I was trying to do it.
We're gonna die.
They can cast 7th level spells. That's cool.
That's cool.
Great.
Who can cast 7 levels?
Fun.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Don't worry about it. Don't think about it
Right.
too hard.
Hearts, you got a big old bag of cash on you there. We got to get that to a charity.
I agree. Also, I'm stepping away for just a moment.
Okay.
Sorry. Right back.
Well, we got to decide what charity, but we can decide that on our
What
own
about
terms,
826 LA?
our own time. I don't know anything about that. I've never heard of what's LA.
Oh,
Is that like a branch of Oak
heard
Plain
of-
or?
podcast. What's I don't know what that. I heard a rock speak to
Podcaster.
me.
What's a podcast?
How about a critical role or something?
I heard a recorded wax
Yeah.
cylinder.
But yeah, let's
so we're-
get out of
Make
town
camp?
and talk
yeah.
more. earnest.
Yeah.
Uh,
And we'll head out.
once they're at camp, Ski is just like ripping this, like gets dressed and like rips the dress and throws it in the fire. Like, no.
That was a very expensive dress.
I don't
Ski.
want to accept anything from him.
I mean, we didn't pay for it, so like, fair game. But yeah, I'll be changing now too. I don't much care.
Oh, let's have a
For
burn the fucking britches party then.
I'm glad I wore my own suit.
understood.
I'm kind of enjoying this this new outfit. I'm holding on to it.
Fair enough. I'm gonna change into something a little bit more
He's
comfortable.
Hawaiian shirt and Crocs.
No.
The Croc cowboy boots.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
Croc cowboy boots. I love that this is what I decided to make character decisions about. Is she has a pair of the Croc cowboy boots and a collection of Hawaiian vacation dad shirts.
Never live it down.
Should we
Nope.
should we let our
One of them has little.
should we let our host at the Frontier Adventure know that we're not staying with them this evening?
I can let them know.
How'd it go in there anyway?
Ski's just gonna sit by the fire holding strudel. Ski is trying to calm herself down.
Atta girl. Atta girl.
Everything all right?
You just take care of yourself.
Looking a little more serious than normal. Make any friends tonight?
Ski, I made a friend. Ski's like trying like
Good.
shit.
Good.
They're very nice and
Oh.
healthy.
That's good. I'd appreciate you.
We're properly out of town
Yeah.
at this
I got
point.
bit by
Yeah.
a squirrel. I got bit by 3 squirrels, actually.
They not like you.
Oh, by the way, Hearts, here's a bag of raisins for you.
If you toss it over, she'll catch it, and just like
Yeah.
she was too focused on playing cards to like take advantage of any like fancy canapes and stuff, and she's just like
Yeah.
kind of shoveling raisins into her face.
You didn't get a single bite in. So I don't blame you.
And I do love me some raisins.
I don't know how you do it. They just get stuck in my teeth, my tusks, especially getting raisins out from between the tusks. Ooh,
It does sound a little difficult.
my my dents are not meant for soft, squishy vegetables like that.
So maybe we should all sit down and discuss what we learned. Ski's like trying to go very like doctorate, like with like her emotional support animal. It's just like maybe this is a good idea to talk about it as we're sitting down.
Now, I mean, Ski, if you're not comfortable talking, I could offer something, and you're right free to say no to this. But if you want me just to read your thoughts instead of you talking,
No, you know
No,
what?
okay.
That's
Oh.
okay. That's perfect.
That's
Ski's like
totally fine.
just looking at Colt and
Totally
Heart's
fine.
like, help me. I can't
I
do
mean,
this.
I don't know if any of us could stand the level of exuberance that is in Miss Ski's thoughts.
I kind of
very-
wanted to just like see what's going on. That's cool. Well, maybe later if you want.
And-
If you want, you never have to. I never will. Just if you want.
Colt sitting beside Ski, trying to like comfort her with
Ski's
Drupal.
like, you know what? I'm gonna roll a dice real quick.
Oh gosh.
Just a random dice. Don't even worry about it, cause
Oh gosh.
okay, it's odd. Ski's gonna stay quiet. It was gonna be an outburst if it was even. Ski's just.
Now, I of course wasn't in the room, but I could see everything going down just fine. Here, hold on. Let me and I'll grab kind of a journal or something that I keep on my person, and I'll kind of sketch out Belle, which is very funny. And I go, now, Mr. Casper, I believe this young woman was accompanying our fine host tonight. Does she look at all familiar to you?
Oh, let me take a look at that there picture. You're quite a good artist there, and he just stops
I ain't
dead.
bad.
You mean to tell me she was in the building? You guys said
Yes.
it was
She
healthy
was in
and
the building
safe?
tonight.
Oh, fucking Lord, give me fucking thanks. Oh, beautiful. Amazing. Great news. The best.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She's safe. She's here.
There is one catch though, Casper. McAllister has told her that you and your wife are both dead.
Well, he's right by half the account. But
He's taking this
I
a
know
lot
my
better than
girl.
I thought he would.
if she sees me, she'll know me. And she'll come to me. I'm not,
It's hard to say.
well,
She
I just gotta believe it's
Mr.
true, all right, you guys?
There's,
Ski's
there's
just
another.
like
There's another thing.
there's
All
there's
right.
another thing. Belle's really nice, and Strudel did a health assessment on her. And there's something wrong.
What's wrong?
I kind of a mental block, a trauma block, if you will. She might
Ooh.
not remember you.
Do we think it's trauma or do we think it's outright control?
I mean,
Look what's happening in that town.
What happened to us?
Not to ask who Pepe Sylvia is, but when Mr. Flint asked about his daughter in the town, Elias just could not answer at all, nor conjure a thought
Like a
regarding
similar
it.
block?
I wouldn't be surprised if your daughter has a similar block, but in the opposite direction where she can't remember you or ask about you, even if she did know.
That's something we can work around. That's something we can work with. I know that she's here. She's seemingly healthy. And you chatted with her?
Seemed in good
Yeah,
health.
I made her my friend. She really wants to get married in the future. She likes flowers. She's really nervous around crowds, but she's really happy that we're friends now. And she seems like a very sweet little girl. Her grandfather, like she even uses quotes, is an asshole. And no Sylvan, which is great because now I can swear at him that I know the words to.
Well, that's great. I'm
Wasn't
sure
too
your
kind
poor
about
grandfather
that.
gave you some words to cut with. So, but wow, she's healthy. She's got a future in mind. She wants to get married. I can't wait to walk her down that. And
Now,
and
Go ahead.
Casper is for sure like tearing up at this point.
Ski just
Now,
like
there are a few
gives strudel and
things-
puts strudel on Casper's lap, just like
Oh God, I need you right now, Strudel. Thank you, buddy. I'm just gonna stroke his.
now there are a few things that I think y'all should know from a little conversation I had with our host
Yeah.
tonight.
For sure.
There's much to think on in all that, but I think that the important parts right now in this situation are, first of all, he intimated to me that these spells that keep people from being able to remember things and answering things are, just a casual little bit of spell work. And I don't know if that's bragging or not, but if it's not bragging,
That's
you'd have to be
bragging.
pretty fucking powerful to be able to consider all these spells just casual, easy little things.
I think we've determined that we're on the shit end of the stick, as it were, as far as
Yes.
power goes in this town. And I don't think it would be wise or smart for us to try to make moves that we're incapable of making. So yeah, we've got good news from tonight, I think. Now, that gives us more than enough information to formulate a plan about.
One thing to keep in mind is that Casper, I think that he knows you were there looking for her. You specifically. He was quite intent in asking me which one of my friends was asking about the girl.
Well, then he knows the jig is up for himself. He's probably
I hope he also knows his time's numbered. Days are numbered. Time's short. Whatever.
well. If he knows, I'm not going to say what I'll do to get her back. It'll be short of nothing.
I'll help. Ski says, I'll help.
Thank you, Ski. I really appreciate your friendship right now.
Well, Belle's also my friend. And then he tried to call me Ski. He's not my friend.
You know, her mother used to call her Belle. Never picked up on it myself,
Oh,
but it
She
sure sounds
reminds
nice
me-
hearing someone say it.
she reminds me of a flower.
Not to.
What kind of flower?
It's a flower. I don't know how to translate it to common, but it pretty much means Belle, and it's known for its deadly beauty.
Yes, she really is taking after her mother as she's growing.
That's a good flower. It's a good name.
I'll be sure to plant some
With
on James's looking casket. Should we let him have that?
We're with you on this.
Don't think there's going to be much left of them.
Whatever you want to do, I'm with you, but I really want to make sure Belle is safe before anything.
Well, I think to keep her safe, unfortunately, for now, we may have to keep a bit of distance. Might be something that, God, just knowing she's alive and well, that's put so much hope back into me. We got to take our time with it. I've already been waiting 1.5 years at least, so it takes us a couple more months to grow our own power before we can seriously approach this. Then that's something that we'll do. Or if we just play it real smart, stick to a plan. No one's got any problem sticking to plans here, do they?
Nope, not at all.
What's
Not
the plan?
Not when it comes to something like this. I mean, the plan might go a little. We might have to be flexible in the plan, but the result will be that we are going to get her back.
No matter the cost.
And I really appreciate everyone bringing their expertise to this. And Art's damn good game, I hear.
It
well
was
played.
It was quite
quite an
impressive.
experience, and let's just say I think I've been impressed myself tonight.
Right on.
I mean, from what I saw, there was very little quick-handed tricks that you pulled. I think that was mostly luck, eh?
That was mostly luck, but I must say that I think I pulled off the absolute smoothest card switch that I ever have, and I'm gonna keep working on that one.
Ski just raises her hand and be like, I didn't understand a word of or a thing. Colt tried to explain it to me, but I did not understand any of it.
By my
It's kind of
understanding,
silly rules.
it may be a game of luck. But I mean, as far as I'm aware, it's like 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will.
5% pleasure,
50%
50%
pain.
his name, and 100% reason why you should remember the name.
Absolutely. Hard.
For the
Your
record.
name is going to be etched on these.
As somebody who loved
What?
the Fort Minor album, that entire song, everyone's like, yeah, it's this like big pump up song. It's a circle jerk. It's like 5 dudes going around in a circle talking about how awesome their friends are. It's the best.
I don't mean to be this person, but what wonderful arcane trickery? What wizard
I was
wrote
just gonna
that?
ask. I don't get the reference
Yeah.
at all.
I don't either.
Oh, it's a
Nah.
it's a song. It's a good song.
Ivan Torrent. Oh no, Fort Minor. You said right?
Yeah, it's Fort Minor.
Yeah.
So, one of the other guys from Lincoln Park, it was his Mike
Okay.
Shinoda. It was
Oh.
his. It was a
Mike
separate album.
Shinoda.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They remastered it.
If anyone's gonna sing a song about the circle jerk, no one's gonna beat the Village People.
True.
So we have a
But,
meeting.
You know,
We have a
except for
meeting with
themselves.
the guy tomorrow morning.
For breakfast.
For breakfast. Oh well, we gotta get a good sleep then.
Would James know my face?
So, this is an out
Uh-oh.
of game answer to your question.
Oh
Out
god.
of game question.
So one of the things that a patron gets access to is your files. So any information that the Frontier Adventure Company has collected on you, your patron has access to.
But does
Oh,
he
I'd be-
care enough about those low level?
Yes.
Okay. He should probably care about everything that's going on.
I mean,
All right.
He knew Hearts' name.
Name. Yeah.
Hearts never even told us the real name.
No, she said it on the boat.
Oh yeah, she did. Never mind. That was my bad.
I just haven't had a chance to be like, wait, that's your name?
Yeah,
And more
it's not
importantly.
something that gets like talked about often. So I
There's
had
no
to have been
way.
reading files.
Yeah. So that's
All right. He knows
as an inner member of the hall, he explicitly has access to that information. So that to answer your question, he would know your face, yes.
Now, come morning time, I can probably prepare something that might make me look different. But he's expecting us, isn't he? He's expecting me to be there.
Oh,
anyway. All right,
absolutely.
well, then I'm going to show up as me.
We are we are little fish in a very large pond right now.
I feel small. I don't like to feel small,
Um,
but I also
Fish that
feel
could-
sometimes the best thing you can do is learn how to swim fast, learn how to swim sharp. At least tread water, make sure we don't drown.
well. Then I say we get a good night's rest tonight. Celebrate our victory as best we
Absolutely.
can, and chalk this one up as a big old W.
Fair enough. Now, Hearts, I don't mean to intrude or put pressure on, but was there anything else that he spoke to you about? It seemed like he had your ear for quite a while.
I mean, yeah, he was spouting off poetry, as it were.
Oh, fun. Do love me some poets.
And like I said, he did have questions about the group. And poem about 7 nails.
Right. 7
Being
nails.
as that I wasn't in the building and that I do appreciate all the intelligences we can muster, I'd really appreciate it, Hearts, if you could give us a full, proper rundown on what all was said in there.
Can you repeat the poem word for word?
Here we go. I hope David sent it to you already. If he hasn't, good luck.
No, I've got it already. But Hearts will I don't know if Hearts would immediately read it out loud. I think Hearts will be like, as soon as we stop for the night, I'll write the whole thing down for you. Because I'm kind of running on adrenaline right now, and I need to calm down a bit and wrap my brain around it, and then I'll write the whole thing.
Yeah, fair
I'll-
enough. You need to.
I
But
can make the same offer as I had made to Ski here, and of course, 100%, always say no. It's your own mind. But if you wanted to just alleviate yourself it, I could look into it myself.
Oh,
that could
okay,
potentially
gotcha.
be helpful, because I'm all kinds of, like I said, running on adrenaline. That was the kind of thing that keeps you spinning for a while.
All right, then I guess
Fair enough.
I'll
Do you want me to
Put
just
my
send
hand
it
out.
to
Or
send-
like I can also read it as like you
Okay.
like pulling it from Heart's brain or whatever you'd like.
Sure. Well then, and we'll just agree on this right now. With your consent, I'm gonna just the surface level, just to get that
And if
conversation.
I'll just focus on that and we'll be all right.
Right. So I cast Detect Thoughts, and
Yeah. You probably would hear it in like a mix of Hearts' voice as something she's thinking about, but also in
Yeah.
his voice, like in her memory of it being told to her. So 7 nails from calamity to his brother of circumstance. 7 nails to stop a dying world. 2 first to his feet to stop him from fleeing. 2 to his wrists to stop his hands from clawing. 2 to his throat to stop his flailing. And 1 in his chest from which magic once more flowed. A hammer of magic-made stone, only its weight may draw them from the ground. Where sand is made mist, one whose name is of their own creation shall bear the weight, and destroy the 7th, such that the world is brought to balance. Only then may he rest. Only then will he be free of sins. Everything dies, even gods.
Wow. I'm just gonna kind of pull out from that, and I'll have like subconsciously been reciting it as I was like reading it, so you all would have heard that as well.
Mm-hmm.
When they say whoever created their own name, what does that mean?
He said not like a nickname, but like an entire name. Their own creation.
I mean, I got like a nickname, right? Like, Quinn.
Yeah, well, and like that was my first thought, but he assured me that that is not what is meant. I get the impression that this is something that that the hall has tried mighty hard to keep people from learning about.
But I mean, it also mentioned that maul, right? That hammer that we had come across.
It does. And a place where sand is made mist.
That's quite clearly sand mist, right?
Really?
That feels a little on the nose, even for
Yeah.
Ancient Prophecy.
Hey, that's
The
that's fine. I'm sure whoever wrote it isn't like getting paid to do it, right?
I mean, you usually, like, when you get all involved in the divines above and the fate of the world, you go a little more insane. Yeah, no, there's no way that's like as plain and written out as it is. There's no
Everything
way.
always has a double meaning in poetry.
Well, it's definitely given us,
Always.
yes, another mission. Are we looking to help this god or hinder this god? Is that any of our concern? Why is he telling you a poem about this anyway?
Honestly, I have no idea. Maybe something to ask him about in the morning.
Sorry, question for David.
Mm-hmm.
The painting,
Mm-hmm.
is it depicted the same way as the poem?
Yes. So 2 nails driven through his feet, 2 nails driven to the ground with chains to his wrists, a chain forward and a chain back from his neck, and the last nail embedded in his chest.
Thought so, I just wanted to make sure.
It's in the game chat as well for you.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you.
No, that spell doesn't have the scope that I want.
I prefer textbooks over poetry books, so I can't really make much sense out of this. And to be completely honest, I'm way too focused on my daughter at this point to really care about some god or some poems and some stuff like that.
That's
Well, if it's our destiny, it's our
Understandable.
destiny, and we'll find out. But maybe we'll put that off. What y'all want to do tomorrow? We're gonna talk to this man, right?
I would like to. I'm gonna turn in for the night. I got a lot to think about.
I'm kind of feeling the same.
Do you guys want to establish a watch order?
Probably a good idea.
Hearts will take
I'll
first
take
watch.
later night.
Yeah, Hearts will take first watch actually because I'm pretty sure that she's gonna be pacing for
We're
a
probably
while.
still buzzing with adrenaline.
I'll take second. I can see in the dark better
take
than the rest
last.
of you.
That's when
I'll
sun's
take
coming up.
I'll take third then.
okay. I'll go after Ski.
Perfect. So, Colt, Sophia, Skileta, Casper, you turn in for the night. You summon Tent.
Yes.
By unrolling him from his tarp. And
I regret nothing.
Tent.
yeah, with your space set up and Hearts. As with all watches, give me a perception roll.
Yeah. I minimized my
Artificers
character.
prepare their spells in the morning, like clerics. Is that correct?
Yes, you prepare.
Okay, so I'm just gonna jump
Sorry, I was just trying to find my character sheet in all of these windows. Oof. 11.
Okay, with an 11, the city has a noise about it. It's very much one of those large cities, and the noise doesn't really end. You know, you can hear the general sounds of merriment, people partying, and you know, from the poor areas, which you'd be closer to outside of the walls here. You know, there's a general murmur of energy that kind of permeates through. The clouds are parting, and on this late spring, early summer night, it's kind of a peace, which, considering the circumstance you find yourself in, is kind of relaxing.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be. I think that Heart starts with pretty like long, like pacing around the perimeter, and that eventually turns into just kind of like more like strolling around the perimeter, just like kind of casually, like just taking in how the night feels, and as the adrenaline wears off, by the end of her watch, she is like ready for like to crash. Like the energy is gone, and she's gonna be out like a light the second she lies down.
Okay. What does waking Sophia up look like?
I'm just gonna kind of like shake Sophia's shoulder and be like, "Adrenaline crash, it's your turn." And like that's
how perceptive do you think Hearts is when stepping into Sophia's tent to wake her up?
I would say like -10 to perception rolls.
Rad. If anything, you notice the tent smells vaguely of incense.
I think maybe that might just like contribute to the relaxing feeling.
Yeah. You can take the. We can just swap. You can. My sleeping roll's all warm already. If you just want to crash.
Oh, that sounds incredible. Thank you so much.
Hey, you get some good sleep.
Like boots still on, just like
crash face down.
I'll pull my bedroll up over Hearts, tuck her in.
That's cute.
Just take her like hat off, so it doesn't like get all crumpled, you know.
Give me your perception roll.
For sure. Perception. 20.
The +6. Holy crap! It's fun playing higher level
I'm an
characters.
inquisitor, David. I inquisit.
Yeah. For it's much the same feeling as Hearts had. You guys are just outside of the walls, so the noise is still kind of like lingering through, and there's other folks doing very similar to you. Those who don't want to find an inn for the night, or maybe are you're not fortunate enough to be able to afford it. So occasionally you hear them meandering past and moving around, but for the most part the town attracts the kind of folk that are overall fairly merry, and there's nothing deceptive about that. It's just that's the atmosphere the town has always cultivated. There's the barest touch of clouds creeping into the night. Not enough to make you think there might be rain tomorrow, but a little bit. And you're greeted by a full moon.
I understand. I'll stand there and kind of take everything in for a while. and I'll kind of rub my hands together, and I'll trace the palms over each other, fingers up to palms to fingers, around in a circle, almost in like a meditative motion. And I will cast my first sending spell of the night.
Yes!
Where is it going?
Where's it going?
And
The first one goes back to Taz. No. Hammer reporting in. We met with Elias, working on getting Flint's daughter. How
We
many
got,
words are
like,
left?
13 words.
Yeah.
Not even halfway
Okay.
done.
If you don't hear from us by 2 evenings, send help. McAllister.
There's a pause. In that way that sometimes when you know Taz is thinking really hard, he pauses, you can feel it over the connection. Normally, it's not supposed to work like that, but I feel like you guys have formed the kind of bond where
Replies
you're allowed
before
to. And he responds with, be safe, be cautious. He's stronger than he looks. Say hi to Elias for me.
Oh.
Will nod of recognition.
I stand by what I said. Long distance best friends were
I think so.
ex-boyfriends.
I think they're boyfriends. Boyfriends by note, by letter. They're pen pals. They're pen 15
Yeah.
pals.
Kind of funny.
Pen is for pals. And I will send my second note. My second sending spell. I'm trying to decide who I want to send it to. Hold on. There's so many good options. Yeah.
You need Ski's friends list?
Yeah, do you need my friend list?
I will.
Oh,
No.
our Wendigo friend.
I will send my message to McAllister.
Oh.
Because we haven't met face to face, but I have seen him and spent multiple hours staring at him at this point. Within a reachable distance.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
The world will be brought to balance. Only then may you rest. Everything dies. You're no god.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Many before you have tried. I welcome the challenge.
I'll send my third and last sending spell
God, who's it gonna be?
back to McAllister.
Oh.
Oh.
I am not many. And
No response.
didn't expect one, didn't need one.
Oh.
And I will sit down and I will take my boots off and I will reach into my bag of empty bullet casings, and I will grab 7 bullet casings. And in preparing my spell list for the next day and preparing my spells and my spell slots, you watch as Sophia starts with her feet, and she pushes the bullet shell into her foot, and at first it resists, and then there's blood, and the blood stops, and the shell goes in, and the skin mends as if it had never been broken in the first place. And she'll do her other foot, and then 2 in her hands, 2 in her throat, and 1 in her chest.
That's fucking metal.
And move and twitch and get used to the feeling of the metal under her skin. And she'll lay her revolver down in front of her, and it sheens as she creates her holy revolver again. And she loads it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last bullet that goes in is an empty shell. And she spins it and cocks it back into place.
You have to wake up Ski now.
Ski's having a mental break right now.
And I will walk over to Ski's tent. I go, Ski, it's your turn. And you're used to Father Sophia Belle in either her day clothes or her nightgown. This time when she wakes you, she is wearing her pants and what seems to be some form of bra, or like sleep bra. And you can see just full force, everything that isn't covered, or everything that can be covered by a standard button-up shirt is heavily tattooed. It's hard to make out in the dark, but it's there.
Ski gets up and just like, you want my tent? I like.
Nah, mine still smells like incense, and I think Hearts is in there.
Okay. I like your what does Hearts call it when she flirts with a man but then picks her pocket? Your ink. Your ink.
So there you go. That's the word. It's old, but it's nice. It's been a while since I've had it out. Been playing this priest role for quite a while.
I can't do that.
Why not? I mean, you could do it under the fur, right? Like, I mean, if I shaved all my hair off, there'd be more up there too, but ain't nothing up there right now visible. Or I know tons of people out there like to play with dyes in their hair. We could like give you a cool dye job.
I already dye it blood red every time we go into battle. Does that count?
Holy fuck.
True, but that washes out real quick. No, that's I mean, yeah, that actually, no, never mind. That's cool.
That's
as
more
hell.
metal than the bullets.
Ski's a white rabbit. Of course she's gonna be just dyed red.
You wouldn't happen to have a pocket
What's
watch,
a
would
pocket
you?
watch?
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay. You get some sleep. I'll keep watch.
Take care.
Okay.
And I'll stumble back to my tent, and I'll like nudge Hearts with my foot just a little bit. I'll go move over.
Snuggle time.
Hearts will move over.
First things first.
Perception.
Give me your perception while you're doing that. Sophia, your sleep is restless.
Yeah.
It is uncomfortable. Partially because you've just pushed shell casings into your skin. But partially because you feel something on the edge of your mind. tapping away.
Mm-hmm.
With a 15 ski, you're in that like peak darkness. And it should be dark, but the moon is full and bright and it illuminates the area almost as well as daytime for all intents and purposes. Sure, it's cool and it has that deepness to it, but you can pretty easily see what's going around. In the distance, you hear the howl of a coyote and rummaging of people making their way into town and setting up camp nearby before the gates open. But your night is peaceful and quiet.
Alright. Ski would probably like have her axe out. And is just thinking back to today with like that guy, and like he spoke Sylvan and like made her compel. And she did not like that. Like it's part of her past that she's like she didn't like following obedient orders. So she's like sharpening her axe as like sparks come off, and every time she sharpens it, she gets like a little bit of a flashback to like her past. And so she's sharpening it, and like she gets more and more mad to the point where the sharpening stone cracks and crumbles into her hand and just turns into dust. And she just looks at the axe, places it down, and actually hugs her knees and cries a little bit. And that's pretty much her night. But before she wakes Colt up, she recenters herself. She had a cry, and she picks up her axe and like puts it back where it belongs. As Strudel no longer has the top hat, is now wearing its sun hat that was poorly made, putting it back on. And Strudel is just nuzzling her, trying to get her to calm down, as she went over to the giant tent that there is and realizes there's like this pull string, and she pulls it, and it's like a doorbell, and she's like, what? And like
all you hear is tent, 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 tent. In the same way of like bells ringing, and then tent walks out and goes,
Yeah.
tent.
Hi, tent. Hi, tent.
Tent.
Ski gives like tent, because she always does this, and she reaches into her pocket and pulls out like a little cookie and like gives it to Tent and says, "It's Colt's turn."
As like Tent takes the cookie, it just kind of like melds into his hand, but he makes the motion like he's eating.
He's used to this. Ski has been sneaking into like Colt's room and everything and been feeding Tent because she's felt bad.
You don't think he feeds him?
I don't know. He doesn't know. He just knows this magic man lives in this wrapped up tent, and so she sneaks in.
I don't think Tent eats.
He doesn't know that.
Worse, Tent is an ambush predator. But
Oh no.
But
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Tent wakes you up, Colt.
Okay. I go outside.
Ski's there and be like, it's your turn, Colt.
Thank you, Ski.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
shit.
vaguely, yes. Yeah.
Go fucking
Uh-uh.
these drums.
Nice.
Oh, I fucking love those
I
drums.
thought that was like tents. Like I thought that was David just threw like a tent call.
Yes.
Oh God.
That,
The
but it's
old
just
wrinkle.
Tent saying it.
Oh, yeah.
Your head is a doornail.
Yeah.
Colt asks Ski if there's anything he can do for her before she goes to bed.
Ski shakes her head and pretty much just looks at him and says, "Thank you for trying to calm me down today. I'm sorry. I almost messed up the mission."
Didn't do anything. Did really well for I'm guessing your first time in a party like that.
No. And Ski walks away.
Oh. Oh.
curls up. Like, Ski doesn't even have a tent. Ski is like curls up like with Strudel, just under the stars.
Colt would throw a blanket over her before finding a spot to sit. Well, pace. Let's see. Oh, I guess I should roll my perception.
Yeah, give that to me. 24.
That is a 24.
The moon's starting to dip, and world's
Nice.
getting a little bit darker, but the fringes of pink begin to exist on the edges of the horizon. The stars are bright as you've ever seen them. And the clouds are starting to thicken a little bit. Again, you don't think it'll rain, but it's going to be a dreary day tomorrow. You hear the beginning sounds of more caravans arriving as people pile up in the distance close by the gates, getting ready to come in first thing in the morning as the day starts. But other than that, nothing to report.
Colt would be pacing, kind of thinking about what else McAllister could have said to Hearts. He felt like she was kind of holding some stuff back, but didn't want to press. And then thinking about Casper and everything they told him and how he would actually react if he saw Maribel. And then just Ski, knowing how much she really dislikes McAllister. And after the display he did at the party, kind of a little more determined to try and protect her, especially after the reaction she had to it all.
I'm totally sorry. My brain just stalled in real time on me.
I
It did look
so-
like you were like
You were just like-
buffering.
You
You
know,
were just
both
like
of-
dead stare, just like, I'm done with today.
I was just like, man, this TM is so good at just making space for his players to like express. And
Yeah.
like, even when they're done, it's just like, let it sink. I really like that. It's just like, I just spaced
Yeah.
out.
No, I like I had a thing to like conclude that with, and then my brain just was like,
With, like,
"That's cute."
Oh.
Aw.
Yeah, brain hiccup.
Got the DM to me.
Yeah. What do you want? Maisie just like barged into my room and looked at me, and I was just like, "What?" Aw, come here, pup. You want cuddles?
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Oh my god, that is such
I
a bigger
know,
dog
she's
than it
getting
was.
huge. But yeah, you're, kind of the end of your watch comes, and it's time for you to wake up Casper for the last little bit here.
Is Casper in a tent?
Yeah, he'd be in his own tent. Just standard adventuring tent.
Okay.
Nothing fancy like a.
Not
Oh,
like
man.
10.
You guys made it fancy, okay?
We did.
I'm not complaining,
You're
but
hey. Don't put your privilege on the rest of us.
Don't disrespect 10. He works hard, man.
And you don't pay him nothing.
you don't know. But what would gently shake Casper's shoulder. Ask him if he needs anything before he goes to bed.
Jesus, that time already, huh?
Yep.
Having the nicest dream. Oh, I don't really need anything there, Colt. I appreciate it. Man, this guy, he seems so friendly. I hate it. I hate what he is doing. You know, he ran amok out of your daddy's hotel there. I'm surprised you're being so cordial.
The things one does to hide how they really feel.
Deception and diplomacy definitely go hand in hand.
Right now, I definitely feel like scared.
Well, you get some rest. A couple hours left. I'll take it from here.
Alright. See you in a couple hours.
I'm gonna give you a couple of marshmallows.
Okay.
Walnut, and I'm just gonna say
From the trail
I'm
mix.
just passing along the tent now as well. I hear he's a little malnourished.
I was just like, I'm not gonna. I'm too tired now to argue shit with you. I'll make sure he gets them. Thank you.
You would have noticed as you woke up, Flint, that he was actually cuddling one of the stones that he has for his trinket infusions. Just the
Is it-
one that has Maribel's voice saying, "I love you, Dad." And he definitely fell asleep listening to that, and he quickly stows it away as you come into the room. But you would have, yeah. But yeah, he pops out of the tent, goes and chucks another log on the fire, and patiently waits for the DM to come back while he vamps the next couple minutes here.
So, anyone else want to say
What's a
anything
perception
before the?
roll?
Oh, he's back.
Oh,
Oh,
he's back.
damn, he's
Already
back. He
back.
missed a chance.
Maisie's the
Yeah.
most dog to ever exist and was trying to drink out of the toilet bowl.
Aw,
You can
you
reach.
dog.
Yeah, she can.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
She's gotten big.
That's a dog.
Yeah.
pet that dog.
Give me your perception check.
What that dog doing?
What's a dog?
My
doing?
perception check. Sure. 6. A little preoccupied.
Get your dog.
Yeah. It's a sunrise. You've seen, if you've seen one, you've seen 100. They say. And your mind is on other things today.
During my watch, as the sun starts to break and the sky starts to lighten up, Casper's thinking to himself, now, I had some good spells for earlier. I feel I need something different for now. He's going to take himself some expeditious retreat. He's going to chuck a see invisibility in there as well. And he's going to keep an invisibility for potentially using on someone else. Also, Ski in the morning, I'm sorry to say, but you'll notice your shotgun isn't quite as powerful or when you went to bed.
Ski doesn't use the shotgun. We don't understand this. He's got it. Ski hasn't used it once yet.
No.
So Casper's like, well, honestly, I mean, I thought maybe they'd be using it more. Doesn't matter. They love their axe. I'm gonna do something different here, and he's gonna take his wedding ring off. One of the only times that he's ever done it, and he's just gonna pull out some tinker tools and start engraving on the inside of it. And it's just going to say, I love you forever, I love you for always, forever and ever, my baby you'll be. And
Love that.
he's going to
What?
give...
Cry.
I know.
What's happening?
And then he's going to give himself a ring. No, not quite that. It's
Okay.
where is it? Spell refueling ring. And he's just gonna whisper it, Caroline, you can just give me your love anytime, and that'll replenish me at least 1 3-level spell slot or lower. Yeah, he's just gonna fix up his kit pretty well. And as the early morning starts to roll in, he's gonna take one of the stones, one of the hot girl stones. And he's going to add a little magical tinkering to that one as well. And it's going to produce an aroma. And it's going to smell like whatever, whatever like random like smells that you would have picked up off of that incense coming from the tent.
Okay.
And he's just gonna be like, it's a really nice smell, and he's just gonna keep it in his room or in his tent, and he's gonna start packing things up and just tending to the fire and just minding his own.
Your watch comes to an end. Your friends wake up. You pack camp and you head into town. And the 5 of you stand at the gates to the McAllister mansion, ready for breakfast. Unfortunately, that's going to have to wait till next week.
No, I knew this was gonna happen.
Great.
Next time.
Great spot to end.
We're going to be sending out some love
Wonderful spot to
to
end.
another Twitch stream here really quick. But from the bottom of my heart, I genuinely want to say to everyone who's tuned in and watched and chatted and sat through our Casino Royale inspired episode and some serious heartstrings being tugged on, I want to say thank you. We will be back next week with some exciting new adventures with maybe a combat sequence. Who's to say? Who's to say?
Maybe.
It's always at the hands of the players. But yeah.
I mean,
But as your DM, again, thank you to the 5 of you for putting on an amazing show tonight. It has been wonderful. It's been my honor to be your guys' dungeon master. Seriously, you usually heap compliments on me. I'm going to do it to you. Every one of you makes my Wednesday better, and this is the day of the week I look forward to the most. And I do date nights with my wife on Fridays, so don't let her know that.
David, I hate to tell you this, but this is recorded and going on YouTube.
Like a really good clap for Pixie and Hearts for just doing that whole casino
was amazing.
thing. That
A
was
lot of
awesome.
that was just
nailed
dumb
it.
luck, but I'll take it. It was so
Hey.
fun.
To the crew.
To the hammer.
Game behind the scenes.
To the hammer.
Until next week. Friday, you will get another short from us on our YouTube channel. On Monday, there will be another episode of a show. I don't remember which one's currently scheduled. James is going to be mad at me.
I
Is-
think it's Dark City.
Do we have one more episode of Dark City? I wasn't sure if
think
we
It
were
so.
going
might
to.
be one or two.
I think, yeah.
He hasn't
Okay.
decided yet.
Yeah.
Well, then tune in Monday where
Okay.
James is going to drag them through hell. It is Dark City. He's told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dark
Um,
City. Okay.
So, until then, enjoy your night, enjoy your day, enjoy your week, and we'll be back here next time. And send some love to Dice and Autism when you get back.
Goodbye.
Love you guys.
You guys.
Dyson, who? Yo, I love those.
Thanks, chat.
Man, this raid's
Love you
taking
guys.
forever. Everyone dance.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
say
Say
goodbye.
goodbye.
So it wasn't me then.
Well, someone had to take the blame, and I wasn't going to fuck with the god of fate, because fuck that guy and everything.